Shadows of prison, they fall in their light. Forward we run, splinter the steel, weaken the wheel. Through life and loss, rivers of soul untried. The heavy cost of holding the hands of time. Through life and loss, tired as a home untried. The heavy cost of moving outside the lines. Green glow will fade, the sky blocks out the sun. The city never sleeps, bleeding the life out through these open wounds. The lengths we've gone to and the things we've done, the sacrifices, deep dark karma's flowers are in bloom. Look out at the tears, out at the faces we've frozen in fear. Forward we run, darken the green, break the machine. Through life and loss, rivers of soul untried. The heavy cost of holding the hands of time. Through life and loss, tired as a home untried. The heavy cost of moving outside the lines, intertwined. When we lose everything that defines us, can we hold to the promise that binds us and carry on into tomorrow's sorrow? When we're facing the ghosts of our destinies, will we turn or remain in the memories and choose to lead or choose to follow sorrow? When we lose everything that defines us, can we hold to the promise that binds us and carry on into tomorrow's sorrow? When we're facing the ghosts of our destinies, will we turn or remain in the memories and choose to lead or choose to follow sorrow? Life and loss, the rivers of souls untried. Heavy cost of holding the hands of time. Life and loss, the tide of a home untried. Heavy cost of moving outside the lines. When we lose everything that defines us, can we hold to the promise that binds us and carry on into tomorrow, intertwined?
Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Fair warning, y'all, today is very much a bit more of a seat of our pants type thing.
Bitch, my brain broken.
Yeah, Kayla finished her exam for her medical coding, so understandably, that was kind of her whole focus this week.
That was my week. That was my week.
Yes, Kayla's gonna talk a little bit more just about things that she just knows about. And we're just gonna kind of, like I said, we're just gonna kind of roll with it. So,
We invite audience participation a lot more.
yeah, audience participation is very much welcome. So please feel free to share your thoughts on things. All right, so do you want to let our audience know what we're going to be talking about today?
Okay, so I did do one thing. It was my one reprieve. I watched the Radium Girls movie, so I know a little bit about that case.
Mm-hmm.
I know a bit about the D.B. Cooper case.
Right.
And we're going to talk about the Roanoke colony and yell about that for a little bit.
I'm going to yell about Roanoke.
We're both going to yell.
And if we got time, we'll just kind of
I got other things pulled up. That's fine.
that Kayla just kind of knows about. So a little less in-depth, a little bit more casual this week. Hope y'all
We're
don't
just
mind
talking
that.
shit.
Yeah. By the way, a little bit of housekeeping. Tomorrow, there's not going to be a stream because Grandma is taking me out for my birthday. My birthday is Wednesday, so Grandma wants to take me out and all that stuff. But next Monday, I will be playing a multiplayer game with Minx and Alice, which is going to be a lot of fun. So I hope that y'all will be around for that. And then, of course, as usual, DisasterCast, unless some disastrous thing occurs to stop that.
Like, I get a job.
Yeah, like you getting a job that makes you work on Sundays.
I am specifically going to tell them no. Sundays, no. If I have to pull out a religious reason, I'm going to do it.
This is your religion is DisasterCast.
We have enough people showing up at the same time in the same place every Sunday. We can feasibly do it.
You're not wrong, is the thing.
According to the United States government, we can do it.
You are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
If John Oliver can do it, so can we, goddammit.
Yeah. Alright. So basically what we're saying, this is all to let you all know that we have now founded a religion. Before we continue though, give you a minute listen with the levels, let us know how things sound. Kayla, talk a little bit.
I looked at the Radium Girls movie. It was actually pretty good, and I hate that it was delayed due to COVID. But it also
Which is a little bit
didn't
ironic when you think about it.
It also didn't live up to all my expectations because I expected better. God damn it!
That's totally fine, Izzy. You enjoy your banana bread.
Yeah, you fine.
Yeah, you totally fine. I think our levels are fine. At least they look fine to me. What do y'all think? I mean, y'all are listening to it, so I am a little bit more inclined to take your word over it. So just let me know how it is. Apologies in advance for any missed frames during the stream itself.
Bungie.
Hey, Bungie. Thank you for the 22 months. It's very awesome of you.
Yay.
But yeah, apologies in advance for any missed frames. But as usual, this stream will be up on YouTube tomorrow, and I'm recording it, so it'll be a lot more seamless tomorrow. So
Bird's covering all the bases.
Yeah, Bird's keeping all his bases covered.
It's the most sports Bird has ever played.
I used to play softball.
'Cause you were forced.
That is true.
I was about to say, you don't get to brag about it whenever our mother forced you to do it.
Alright, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're fine. We should be just fine. Just adjusting some things on my screen. Alright. Let's get the over the top intro out of the way. I guess it's a good thing that we're starting another Katamari game, because like they kind of do a little bit of a story dump there at the front.
Yeah.
And, you know, so
we need something to fill up time, because God knows I can't do it today.
I do love how just joyful this game is. Okay, so this is technically not the next game in the series. The next game in the series is Beautiful Katamari, which was only released on the Xbox 360, and I need special equipment to run that through my capture card, which I didn't realize. So right now we're doing the PS3 game, which is Katamari Forever. And let's be real, y'all actually do not give a fuck about
Yeah, you don't care.
Like, none of you, like, really give a fuck about the story. You just want to watch me bash my ball against the wall while Kayla talks about horrible things that have happened.
Yeah.
I do like how they give you a little bit of a recap, just like, okay, by the way, this is what's happened. Stars, dancing, lots of just fabulousness in general. I wonder if that plane was a Boeing.
God damn it.
Kayla hates Boeings.
I hate Boeing 747s. We had to retire them for a reason.
That is true. Alright, let's get ourselves into the game itself, and then Kayla will start talking about... You starting with the Radium Girls today?
I guess so. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
You're awfully nihilistic for somebody who passed, you know?
I'm done riding the high, and now I'm kind of in the slump of, oh god, now I gotta get a job.
Whose son, the prince, labors to do the jump. Oh, the impatience. Oh, the micromanagement. The king must show up his gig.
Okay, wow, going fast,
intruder's path. A dark fist swinging. Yeah, it's really going fast. Kapow! The king beamed by a big black star. There goes his memory into the void. Oh shit, that's pretty bad actually. I'm unhappy about this. An emergency! An exigency! The king won't awake!
Now you don't have to do his voice.
The prince calls a council. We'll build a robot to do the king's work.
Why?
Yeah, it's like, this feels like a hard caught, oh so hot, finally, Robo King!
I mean, it is Japan.
Now for the all-important reactor core. Oh wait, let me guess, it's gonna be a Katamari.
Is it gonna be a Katamari?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Katamari.
Do you have to make the Katamari reactor core?
Probably. Which, if that means that I'm gonna... Yes, which, if this results in me having to, like, roll around in a, what's it called?
Oh, wow, the graphics.
Yeah, seriously, damn. If this results in me having to, like, roll around a nuclear waste dump, I will actually be pretty happy about that, not gonna lie. Alright, roll the Katamari around!
You played this game before.
Platforms, yep. Alright. And increase Katamari size, all the stuff that we already know.
Roll backwards, goddammit.
There you go.
So, Radium Girls.
This does actually control a lot better, I'm not gonna lie.
So, Radium Girls.
Yeah, Radium Girls. Why did we put Radium in every... Well, I know why we did. Because it was this cool new thing, and we were using it. Like, people want to say, oh, we were stupid. It's like, no, we didn't know. You know, it's just...
we weren't actively... Well, actually in this one, yeah, we kind of were actively ignorant.
Yeah. There is a certain level of just active ignorance that we kind of partake in as human beings. COVID deniers. Prince oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna stop.
Oh,
because I want to watch this.
okay. Wait. I literally
Don't hit the desk.
I smashed my hand against the bottom of the desk. Oh boy, platform. Oh god, 3D
yay.
platforming, just the thing that I always
favorite thing.
Okay, hang on. I am like flailing. There it goes. I am like flailing. Flail! Flail! There we go. I got it. I made it. Okay. All right. Flail! 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 Motion controls! Flail! 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 I am literally bouncing this thing! I am bouncing in my chair! I am flailing so hard! Help! Help! There we go! Oh shit, I didn't go. Okay, flail! 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 Okay, there we go. Alright. I'm literally bouncing in my chair.
Oh god, my stomach hurts.
We're gonna have to do... I'm not dressed for face cam today, but we're gonna have to do one of these. Oh, reactor core. Robo King rises! Alive!
Oh my god!
It's alive! game! But lo, there's always a bug. Ever a catch? Else, where's the game? Code Flaming Red, the Robo King is off the hook!
Oh my god.
And he's flaming.
I haven't known joy this week until
The
now.
bot was unstoppable. The stars were crunchy. It's feature, not a bug. Sing it to someone else. Are they making a crack at Bethesda?
I don't know.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. For the slumbering king cannot save the day, and the prince and the cousins are on their own.
Oh god, the kids are in charge.
Bird used flail. It wasn't very. I'm not dressed for face cam today. I'm sorry, y'all, but next time we do this, I'm definitely get dressed for face cam because the sight of me flailing trying to make that hop work is something we need to share with everyone.
Oh god, I gotta put on a bra next Sunday.
You will have to put on a bra next Sunday. I'm sorry. It's only for a couple of hours. Alert! Alert! Emergency! I've gone and done something terrible and recreated the first game so that we did not have to come up with a new plot. You actually, like, Kayla was looking at her laptop, like, at her notes, and whenever I started making that joke, she looked up and looked at the screen like, wait a minute, does it actually say that?
I thought for a second it got super self-aware.
It is a pretty self-aware game. Anyway, I've gone and destroyed all the stars in the cosmos. Oh my god, I flailed so hard that my controller came unplugged. There we go. Fixed it. Wait, where am I anyway?
Where are
Analyzing surroundings.
God damn it.
Oh, this is the picture book. Bert hurt himself in his confusion. Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Everything in the world can be found here. So, it's a good place for me to hide. I specifically told Grandma that we were streaming today, and then she's like, yeah, let me turn on the vacuum right outside the bedroom door. So.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. So, it's a good place for me to hide. Yes. Over there looks good.
Slightly.
Robo King's Cosmos. Answer is only slightly, Tom. Only slightly. Alright, so that's sound and vibration. Shut up. Okay. I love how Grandma does not vacuum at any point during the week. Nobody vacuums the house at any point during the week. And then whenever I say, hey, we're going to start streaming soon, we're going from 12 until 3. Once we get started, that's whenever the vacuum comes on.
Okay, to be fair,
I
wait until you're on break from work before I vacuum anything.
And I greatly appreciate that.
What I'm saying is I'm more considerate than our grandmother. She doesn't watch these streams, I can say it.
That's true. Alright, Robo King's Cosmos. Alright, so there's the tutorial. Alright, make a star, what? Roll up, play things, make a satellite. Alright, we got this. We can definitely do this. And then, once we get started, then Kayla can start. Oh my god. I want to hide. You see, I've done something terrible. Maybe I should find a porch to hide under.
Don't go under Gacy's porch.
Then I can cry until my bolts fall off. Yes, we won. Have you come to laugh at me?
Yes.
Do you gain pleasure from the suffering of us? Alright, I feel very... As somebody who, like, scrolls the r/Herman Cain Awards subreddit, I do feel very called out right now.
Yeah, you should.
I'd yell at you, but you'd probably just laugh more. No, I'd get turned on, because it's kind of a thing. Maybe you can go roll something instead, okay? Like a big fat blunt. And chill the fuck out.
I mean, God knows I need one.
I told Kayla, like, I'm looking into getting counseling. And Kayla was like, if you start counseling and, like, the first thing they do is prescribe you medicinal weed, I will not be surprised.
Yeah.
This earth seems pretty cluttered. Roll your Katamari and grab everything you can. With a little of this and a bit of that. You should be able to make a brand new star. It is the same thing we have been doing this whole time. Get to work. Yeah, make the Katamari this big and this... Yep, got it. Yep.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, we know how this works. I've been ignored again. I know that... Dude, Your Highness.
There's someone vacuuming outside right now.
Like, Your Highness, I feel you in my soul right now. Alright, we're going. Alright, you're good to go.
So from 1917 to 1926, the U.S. Radium Corporation, basically, they extracted and purified radium from ores. I don't know what the name of it is, and fuck it.
Nuclear domination!
They were using it to make luminous paint.
Yeah.
And they called it Undark.
Which is just lovely.
That's stupid.
Yep. Because we hadn't really thought, somebody in that border was like, I feel like glow in the dark really rolls off the tongue. Shut the fuck up, Jim! Oh, okay.
It's Undark. Undark. And they got it from Utah, where the Mormons are. Connection?
Mormons. Probably not. The statistics say probably not.
I think so.
I know you think so.
So, U.S. Radium made radioluminescent watches for the military. The whole point was, if they were, like, hiding in dark cover, they could still look at their watch and know what time it is.
Yeah, because you know what you want to do in order to keep hiding in dark cover? Have a bright fucking watch sitting on your wrist.
Why not?
Because you're hiding in darkness.
You're not the master of stealth. Bramble Pippington is the master.
Bramble Pippington will not... Also, like, it's... I don't feel like soldiers would be too keen on using that, considering the 3 cigarette rule.
What's the 3 cigarette rule?
Okay, so...
Bird educate us.
Okay, so the 3 cigarette rule is you don't use one match to light 3 cigarettes. It's actually, nowadays, it's considered bad luck. And the reason why was because there was this idea that, like, it came from World War I, from the trenches, because the idea was when you lit the match to light the first cigarette, then the sniper on the other side of no man's land would see the light. Lighting the second cigarette is enough time for him to take aim, and by the time you're lighting the 3rd cigarette, he's firing on you. So it's considered bad luck so nowadays it's considered bad luck to light 3 cigarettes with 1 match. So I'm just saying that soldiers would probably not be down for this, considering how careful they were to not make too much light in the darkness. Or really any light at all, because in total darkness, even the slightest bit of light is pretty, obvious.
I mean, yeah, your eyes adjust to the darkness.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I don't think soldiers would be totally down for this. Yeah, 3 auto match, 3rd guy dies, exactly.
Yeah, it didn't glow that strongly.
Yeah, but like if you're in total darkness, I feel like it would be just enough to make you paranoid. Like for you, like if you're the one hiding, that light would probably be like, even if it's not that bright, it'd probably feel like a fucking neon sign, you know?
So in Orange, New Jersey, at a plant, they employed about...
Fucking New Jersey! Sorry. I'm sorry, but, fucking New Jersey. It's always New Jersey.
They employed about 300 mainly female workers to paint radium-lit watch faces and instruments for the military.
Listen, we were trying to give the women something to do, okay?
Well, yeah, all the men were shipped off to fight in the Great War. We had to have someone doing the work, and women were the only ones left, because we wouldn't allow them into combat.
Yep. It really pisses me off how quickly that all got, like, rolled the fuck back as soon as all the guys got back.
Yep. So, these women were working with radium paint every single day for many, many hours.
Fun fact, everybody. Radium is radioactive.
Radium bad.
Radium bad for you.
Radium bad.
Did you read the part where they told them how to make sure that their paintbrushes were... Oh, we're getting to that? Okay.
Don't worry.
It's like, oh, don't worry, we're getting there.
As soon as I find the quote, because I forgot. Okay, so they had the women using very fine tip paintbrushes to paint the numbers onto watch faces. And their approach was lip dip paint. They would have the women stick the paintbrush in their mouths and pull it out to keep a fine point onto it. Then they would dip it in the paint, and then they would paint the numbers on.
So, trace amounts of the paint were still on the paintbrush when they were sticking it in their mouths.
Every time.
Yep.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
So they had these women basically sitting at tables just licking these paintbrushes. Meanwhile, in other parts of the plant, chemists had to use like lead screens and masks and tongs to handle the radioactive material.
That this radium was coming from.
Yeah.
So, you know. Time to fly! Big bro, I always fly. What if we get RSI? 'Cause it's cooler. That's fair enough. That is a good reason to do anything, is because it's cooler.
So is this Power Rangers before the dub?
What? Machine flight is for the weak! This orange one, like, I feel that person in my soul.
I know.
I feel very represented.
Yeah. Yes, they were also lied to by their bosses that the paint was safe. So they would use it they would paint their nails with it. They would, sometimes they would hang out in the warehouse at night and just, you know, do little sleepovers where they would paint on their faces and, you know, make cute little designs and everything.
It was glow-in-the-dark paint, basically.
Yeah, it was glow-in-the-dark paint.
They did what literally every human being would do and played with that shit.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how old you are. Then again, a whole bunch of these women were like 14 to 20.
I didn't know that. I thought they were all like in their early 20s.
Oh no.
Oh,
No. This was before like the big thing of like you have to be 16 to work. People as young as like girls as young as 13 and 14 who had to support their families were coming in and working.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already still pretty awful, but it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. So, you know, not only do we have women with children, but literal children getting sick with this.
Yay.
Isn't that always fun?
Tons of fun.
Yeah, the U.S. Radium Corporation, they had studies actually made by scientists and medical personnel to see how bad or good the radioactive paint was. And
while these girls were sticking paintbrushes in their mouths.
Yeah. Like they distributed literature to the medical community describing the injurious effects of radium. So they knew this shit was dangerous. But they were still like, yeah, just keep sticking it in your mouth.
Like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
You're just a woman, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like, we don't need those.
Yeah, so things really started to pick up by around 1925, whenever we had already had several deaths.
So these girls are just dropping dead, and bosses are just like, I'm sure nobody will notice.
Plus, the company's chief chemist, Dr. Edwin E. Lehman.
Yes. Edward E. Lehman, my god, that just sounds like a scummy name.
Yeah. Yeah, so a physician in Newark, Dr. Harrison Martland, he saw all these deaths and was like, huh, kind of sus. Let's take a look at this.
And it's like, Oh, roll up the sweets, got it.
And, like, some women did start to kind of understand that shit was happening with this. But a whole bunch of them simply stayed because they got paid $0.015 per dial.
Yeah, which it was actually really good money.
Yeah.
Like, being a Radium Girl was genuinely good fucking money.
Yeah. And a whole bunch of them just stayed simply because it was the only money that they could make for their family at that point.
Yeah.
Because again, everyone else was off fighting in the Great War.
Yep, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what that feels like, staying in a dangerous situation because you really, really need it for the money. Man, good thing America's gotten so much better since then, right?
So it's unknown exactly how many workers became sick from, playing
Death?
with the glow-in-the-dark paint.
Yes, from playing with the death paint.
Playing with the death paint, yes.
Playing with death paint.
Yeah. Dentists were among the first to start noticing shit was going on with the women who were working at the radium factories.
Oh yeah, dentists. Those things that I'm terrified of.
The things that everyone's terrified of.
But in this case, it's like, huh.
Well, dipping...
The thing that we're all afraid of, ironically, was the first ones to be like, wait a minute, something's not right here. We need to do something about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, whenever you're a woman and you're dipping a paintbrush between your lips every single day with this radioactive paint tons and tons and tons and tons of times...
I guess after a while, your teeth are gonna hurt.
Yeah. Well, first the teeth hurt, and then the teeth get loose.
Ugh.
And then they fall out.
Ooh.
Yeah, a whole bunch of women had, loose teeth. They had ulcers in their mouths. We now have a condition now known as radium jaw because of this.
Oh, God. That sounds horrific.
Yeah, the women started suffering from anemia, bone fractures, and their jaws were literally dying. Necrosis of the jaw.
Oh, God. That sounds like, that makes me think of, that creepypasta Funny Mouth?
Yeah.
That makes me think of that. Funny Mouth, by the way, is, it's this, thing that visits you in your dreams, and, in your sleep, it, presses its fingers in between your teeth, and, pulls on your lower jaw until it, pops and just completely dislocates so that it just hangs there. And so then whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, all you just see is just, your jaw is just wide open and your tongue is just lolling out. And, it's called Funny Mouth. And that was a really fucking... I think I actually did that one for, Midnight Creepypastas one year.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure I did Funny Mouth for one of our creepypasta readings, which I need to put those up on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure I did Funny Mouth. But it was... yeah. Ugh.
So, yeah, as Jordan puts it, it turns your jaw to Swiss cheese.
Fun times.
Yeah, women actually had a whole bunch of procedures where they had to have parts of their jaw removed from their mouth.
Ah. Gross.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of it. U.S. Radium and other watch dial makers certainly didn't.
No, of course not.
Nah, you know what they did?
What'd they do?
They paid off the doctors, dentists, and researchers to not talk about how dangerous it was.
Holy shit.
And it worked.
Fucking hell. That kind of shit is why you've got people nowadays who will not believe anything that doctors say.
Yeah.
I believe in science, but let's be real for just a second.
Doctors get paid off.
Yeah, doctors, y'all kind of fucked yourselves on that one. By the way, the West Memphis Police Department non-emergency number is still circulating through the chat because I feel like it's appropriate to always keep that up.
Where's my goddamn FOIA request?
Yeah, where's that FOIA request, West Memphis Police Department?
They've turned off the comments on their Instagram account.
Oh, because enough people were demanding that FOIA?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good job. Keep nagging them until they do it, y'all.
Please. So yeah, doctors instead would tell the girls, who were also suffering from suppression of menstruation and sterility, along with, Swiss cheese jaw. No, this doesn't have anything to do with where you work. It's syphilis.
And then they're just like, and the fucking 13-year-old is just staring back really? Really?
Yeah, they told anyone who asked, no, you got syphilis.
Yeah. The fucking 13-year-old who hasn't had sex yet is just staring at them like,
What's syphilis?
yeah, like, what the fuck is that? It's a thing that you get from sex. And then the 13-year-old just stares. Like, are you serious right now?
Yeah. So, excuse me. In 1923, the first dial painter died, and right before her death, her jaw fell away from her skull.
Oh, goody.
It fell off.
It like...
She became one of the victims from the Grudge.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds just like The Grudge, yeah.
Yay.
I will be right back, everybody.
I think she's done. Okay, guys. I don't want to hear this argument. So, yeah. They also tried to use syphilis as an explanation, mainly to smear the reputation of the girls, so that it would completely just destroy their reputation, so anytime they came out to talk about anything, they would not be believed. It'd just be like, oh, that's just a harlot trying to spread her falsities in order to avoid her, or not, what the hell ever, I don't know. You okay?
Yeah. She's done now. And I was like, could you have... And I actually just went, okay, honey, could you have literally picked any other time this week? Literally any other time at all to do that?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so I was talking about how the doctors would tell the girls that they had syphilis in order to smear their reputation, so that if they did ever come out against the corporation, everything, no one would believe them.
Ah, the classic, well, they are clearly whores.
Yeah, by 1924, 50 women who worked at the plant were sick with this, and at least a dozen had died by that point.
They're just dropping left and right. Stress eating. Yes, I am
Same,
familiar.
yes.
I am familiar. I'm going to start stress eating. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Can we just keep this kid? Because this guy is a whole fucking mood. And I feel very represented right now.
Yeah.
When I think of all the stars left to make, it makes my gears seize. Dude! You're speaking of my soul. Is this me?
Me.
Maybe I could go find some
Oh
pancakes.
god,
Oh my
yes.
god, it's you, Kayla!
Yes!
You are the Robo King!
Yes.
Oh, hello there, you're staring at me again.
Please don't
You
look at
can start whenever you want, you know? Oh god, he's awkward, he doesn't want to be stared at, he just wants pancakes
Me.
and he's stressed out. Holy shit. This is you, Kayla!
I hope if I have to go work at a doctor's office, it's near an IHOP or something.
Yeah, it's just like you're just like doing your work and like I'm stressed out at all the things that I have to code and why are you staring at like just get quiet, why are you staring at me? Go get me pancakes.
Yes, because I'm important enough to have an assistant.
This planet has a bit of a food shortage. Roll around the supermarket and roll up food. See how many calories you can rack up in this amount of time.
I'd look at one of my Funko Pop figures on my desk and be like, why are you still here? Why aren't you getting me pancakes?
I could totally see you doing that is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rolled up food. I like food cause it is yummy. I will put this in my tummy.
I forget, what's that from?
Team 4-Star.
That's it. I was just like, I've heard it before. I know it has something to do with a cartoon, but I can't think of what it was.
It's Goku's food song. And my character in D&D, Cal, he sings it whenever he gets food.
Well, how else do you respond to getting food?
I know, right? He's very happy whenever he gets food. My character is a very happy guy.
Is that what you're
except when
gonna
he's not
be
happy.
singing tomorrow whenever we go to the sushi place?
Not very loud.
I mean, it's gonna be your birthday dinner. You can sing it as loud as you want.
Well, still, you know. I'm considerate of other people, birthday or not. We're literally calorie counting, and this is gonna give me like a fucking a fucking complex.
I've already got that complex.
Okay, so anyway, everybody's dying.
And everyone's telling them that it's syphilis.
It's like, you're all dying of syphilis, and, like, anybody with any sense is like, I don't know, Chief! It's fucking chaos down here, Tom!
The inventor of radium dial paint, Dr. Sabine A. von Sachaki.
What a name!
Yeah, I'm like, that's a hell of a name. Died in November of 1928, becoming the 16th known victim to die from the poisoning by radium dial paint.
Do we get to call him the 16th Radium Girl?
No.
He did not earn the title?
He did not earn the title because he knew how dangerous this shit was and still just...
Oh, okay, well
everything.
then never mind, fuck him.
Yeah, he had radium poisoning mainly on his hands instead of in his mouth.
Asshole.
Yeah. The Radium Dial Company. It was established in Ottawa, Illinois in 1922. In the town's former high school. Because, you know, when all the boys get shipped off to war, what do you need a school for?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we already sent all the kids? Yeah, we already sent those to either, like, work in the coal mines or fight in the war.
Or both.
Yeah, or both.
So...
It's really tragic the way that we still treat children.
Yeah.
And I hate kids.
Yeah. So the whole purpose of the Radium Dial Company was, again, just to paint dials onto clocks. And they...
Uh-huh. Oh god, you had to stop to gather your thoughts on this one.
They were actually the ones that kind of patented the lip dip paint method for their
And
latest.
patented their method of murder.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's alright, don't worry about it.
Yeah, and at one point, this company, they got rid of their president, Joseph Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelly decided, fuck it, I'm gonna make a new one called Luminous Process Company
Yeah, it'll be fine.
to have them literally do the exact same thing.
Like, I see nothing wrong here. Nothing bad could possibly happen as a result of this decision.
Yeah. So this was a separate radium paint thing going on over in Illinois, and they actually didn't hear about the litigation going on in Jersey.
I've rolled up about enough calories to equal one octuple bypass burger from Heart Attack Grill.
I want to go there.
I do too.
No, they don't lie and say it's a different formula. They just slap a new name onto the company and
New look, same great taste.
Yep. Yep. So, the Radium Dial Company also, like, authorized physicals and tests to determine how toxic the radium paint was to the employees, but then they never gave those records to the employees or told them what the results were.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Like 6 points. Jesus Christ, how do you get any points in this fucking game?
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the company instead, they made a half-hearted attempt to end the use of camel hair brushes, which is the kind of brushes everyone used to get the fine tip.
Yeah, the problem is the brushes, y'all.
Yeah, they instead were like, hey, here's glass pens with a fine point.
Like, oh, are you swapping out the radium? Nope!
No, and the pens slowed the workers' productivity since they were paid by each, dial that they painted.
Oh,
and
great.
a whole bunch of them just kept using the brushes.
Oh, and so then they can be like, well, they're choosing to keep using the brushes. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Ow.
Ah, gross.
I had a staple in my thigh and only just now realized it.
How did you get a staple in your fucking thigh?
Because this chair is used in Grandma's office.
Oh, yeah.
Ow. You know, like
okay?
kiss it, make it better?
No.
It's right up near my ass.
No, I'm good.
So anyway, when word of the New Jersey women and their lawsuits started coming to the Illinois newspaper, the women were told that the radium was safe and the employees in New Jersey were just showing signs of a viral infection.
Yeah, it's just a viral infection, and also they're women.
Yeah, and they reassured them that the paint was safe.
Yeah, so at that point, they're just straight up fucking lying.
Yes, they are straight up fucking lying to them.
I mean, they already were, but, like...
You gotta hop!
I don't want to hop!
You know, you don't want to do your little shimmy sham?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's why you're not getting...
That is exactly what's happening.
There's nothing to hop on over here.
I mean... I won't know until I try! Stupid fucking motion controls.
I mean, they had to have a gimmick.
Yeah, but I hate the period in time whenever motion controls were a gimmick. That's a disaster cast I need to run. A disaster cast talking about that period in time whenever fucking gimmicks. Specifically motion controls.
Remember the skateboard controller Tony Hawk tried
Shut
to...
up. We do not talk about that.
Also, hi, Reaper.
Hi, Reaper. The paint is safe? Then please, take a sip, sir.
So, the workers in New Jersey filed litigation.
You know, the guy, if the other place where they're saying, no, this one's perfectly safe is in New Jersey, they probably take that sip, to be honest with you. I can't.
I am having...
I can't hop. Fuck it. I can't hop.
I have not known joy until this moment.
Shut the fuck up.
So plant worker Grace Fryer decided to sue, but it actually took her 2 years to find a lawyer that was willing to take the case.
It's like, are you sure you're not just having, like, a case of female hysteria or something?
No, I can't get my period anymore, and I've been rendered sterile by this paint.
Oh shit, it affecting your baby maker? That's not good. Okay, we'll do something about that. God forbid you not be able to do the thing that you were put on Earth to do.
Yeah. Why are you sounding Canadian?
I don't know. I just imagine the lawyer's Canadian-y.
Okay. So, even after they were able to find a lawyer, of course, the wheels of justice move very slowly in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first appearance was in January 1928 for the court case, but 2 women were bedridden, and none of the women who did show up had the strength to raise their arms to take the oath.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So, you know, shit's bad.
That is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, the litigation and the resulting media around the whole thing established some legal precedents, of course, and actually triggered a whole bunch of government regulations on the safety of workers, specifically the baseline of, quote, provable suffering.
Okay. Provable suffering, that sounds delightful. Like, absolutely fucking delightful.
It reminds me of that, mudslide thing that took out the school, and the people overseeing the money they got from the government were like, we need to prove that you actually loved your kid.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, yeah.
And
now
your
that you
kid
mention
has
that,
to be
that's all I
dead.
can think about. Like, kid has to be dead. Can't just be horrifically traumatized.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Sorry, I'm looking up a legal dictionary to define provable suffering.
Suffering that you can prove occurred as the result of negligence on your boss's part, I'm assuming. But you gotta, like, prove that, you know, that, and you gotta prove knowing negligence. Like, you gotta prove intentional negligence, I imagine. Kind of similar to, like, a defamation thing, where you gotta prove that they knowingly lied.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at it.
You're just like, I don't fucking know, dude.
I know some things, legal things, and not really one of them.
Yeah. I can't really do a Jersey accent, Jordan. It's not really my thing, is to do the Jersey accent. I can't even really do it all. I wouldn't even know how to pretend to be from New Jersey. I just know that being from New Jersey is basically just their whole personality.
This sounds like the kid from Brooklyn from Newsies.
I never saw Newsies.
I did. I saw it on stage. It was actually very good.
Okay, I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah. So, anyway. In Illinois, the employees began wanting compensation for medical and dental bills after seeing what the New Jersey girls were doing.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we want us some of that, thank you.
We kind of going through the same shit. Money, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they continued asking for money until like the mid-1930s before a lawsuit was formally brought against the Illinois Industrial Commission. So, eventually, another lawsuit eventually popped up.
I'm stuck.
And the reason that they had to sue the Illinois Industrial Commission was because by this time, Radial Dial had closed.
Oh, it's like, well, too late to sue us. We're bankrupt.
Yeah. But the Illinois Industrial Commission actually retained a $10,000 deposit by Radium Dial, and it was disclosed that they had this.
Through disclosure, we have disclosed that some things have been disclosed.
Yeah.
Wow. This whole thing is like a shit show, I'm not gonna lie.
It is very much a shit show. Like, the Illinois Industrial Commission did, rule in favor of the women, but Radium Dial, like, a corporation that had moved to New York by this point, they kept appealing over and over and over again, like, no, we're not gonna give money to these baby makers who don't even work anymore.
Yeah. Their baby makers don't even work. I mean, come on! What are they even gonna use this money for? They gonna use it for no makeup or nothing like that? Cause they ain't got no jobs to put the lipstick on!
Yeah.
So what are they gonna use? What do they need this money for? It makes no sense. They only charge women when they go to the hospital for making babies, right? That's how that works? Is that how that works?
So Radium Dial eventually appealed to the point that they made it to the Supreme Court. And on October 23rd, 1939, the Supreme Court said, no, we're not going to hear this shit. Lower ruling is upheld. Stop trying to appeal.
Stop killing the fucking women! Jesus Christ!
In the end, the case had been won 8 times before Radium Dial was forced to pay. We're gonna dunk on you 8 times.
Yeah, we're gonna dunk on you 8 fucking times, dude.
Alright.
Oh, you're alright.
So the biggest thing about the Radium Girls case, obviously, is how it interacts with both, like, health physics and labor rights.
Right.
Did you unplug your controller again?
I was flailing!
I swear to God.
I was flailing! I'm flailing here! I'm flailing here!
So the Radium Girls case established the ability for individual workers to sue for damages from corporations due to labor abuse. Because that wasn't a thing before.
Yeah.
It took a whole bunch of women having their jaws turned into cheese.
Let the women do the work, I guess.
Yep. Excuse me.
You need some coffee?
I don't like coffee.
I didn't either until I basically had to start drinking it, and then I was like, hello, life-giving fluid.
So the case was settled in the autumn of 1928. This is the New Jersey case.
Uh-huh.
Before the trial was deliberated by the jury, and the settlement for each Radium Girl was brought to be $10,000 each, which would be the equivalent of $151,000.
That is nowhere near enough.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. And they also offered to pay $600 per year annuity plus $12 a week for the rest of their lives. And all the medical and legal expenses would be paid for by the company.
And I get the feeling that whenever inflation hits, that doesn't affect how much they were getting paid per week. Right?
Well, they get $200 a week according to, like, our standard right now.
Well, no, I mean, like, as inflation kicked in, did that, like...
I don't know, the girls didn't live very long because they were dying.
Well, I mean, you know, it's still a valid question.
Yeah, it probably didn't amount to much in the end. So, eventually, there was an establishment of occupational disease labor law. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, is like, you can't knowingly put your workers into a dangerous situation and just let them work like that. You have to give them proper safety, any proper safety material that you can, or just not have them do this job.
Yeah.
And you also have to inform them of any dangers going into any position.
And then all you have to do is whenever they die, just go, I didn't know it was dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're talking about all this and that sounds great and all, but, like, you know, we know in practice, as employers make their employees continue to work during a pandemic, that this has not really amounted to much of anything.
Yeah.
Man, the previous generation actually really was bigger badasses than we were. They would be like, alright, here's the deal. You either pay us a fair wage or we're gonna burn this fucking factory down.
Well, what actually happened was, radium dial painters were given safety precautions and they were provided protective gear so that they no longer had to shape paint brushes with their lips and avoided ingesting or breathing in the paint. And radium paint was still used in dials as late as 1970.
I'm so upset by that.
Wow, what's wrong?
That just, like... That upsets me. That upsets me almost as much as... So, yesterday, whenever I was, a customer called wanting to check the status of their refund. It was a manual refund. Okay, so for manual refunds, y'all, there's like a bunch of things that have to be filled out, like what order it was, what the item was, who carried it, when it was ordered, the customer's, what type of card the customer used, how much money's being refunded. It's a lot of information you got to include in there so that refund is properly processed. And the person who filed the refund like 3 weeks ago literally didn't put any of that in. They just put 907 refund request. And then they put an order number. Didn't even put an item number. Just put an order number and an amount. And that was it. And I was like, this hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
That you did this.
That sucks.
So I had to like fill all that in. I was like, okay, fine. Once again, Bird will do somebody else's work for them. Bird's getting really pissed off by having to do other people's work for them.
You want to get even more pissed off?
Sure.
So, the settlement of the $10,000 and the medical expenses and everything for the Radium Girls who sued in New Jersey, this was determined as a negotiation settlement between a judge and the Radium Company. And the settlement was reached because the judge was a shareholder in the Radium Company. Oh, yeah.
I'm so consumed with rage that it's just sort of circled back and I feel calm now.
You know,
that's how infuriated I am at this moment.
If you place a Geiger counter over the grave of a Radium Girl, it will click for more than 1,000 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can take a Geiger counter over a Radium Girl's grave and it will still click.
Holy fucking shit.
Their bones glow.
Holy shit. That's really fucked up. Like, holy shit. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. I would be interested in taking a Geiger counter just to test that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I really don't want to... I am not going to go ahead and ruin this woman's legacy as much as she has already been ruined in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, that feels heavily disrespectful to her.
Yeah. I don't think I can deal with all this pressure. Dude, I need you to stop being in a fucking mood, okay?
Stop.
Maybe I could sneak out to a spa somewhere.
Yes, bitch.
Treat yourself. A Robatsu massage would feel so good. Ah, I get it. Shiatsu massage. Are you still here? Perhaps you can help. Go, little one. Go make my spa dream a reality.
Oh yeah, that was another thing with the settlement. The company didn't have to admit fault in anything.
I'm getting McMillions vibes off of this.
You should.
Ritzy bedroom detected. Now this is a nice bedroom. I'm envious. My room is tiny. Actually, it's a closet. Anyway, why don't you make the Katamari this big in this amount of time? I wasn't done explaining! I don't care! Anyway.
So that's the Radium Girls. Nothing ever works out.
Nope. Because you're a woman.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. Like, holy shit.
What did we learn today, kids?
Burn down corporations. In Minecraft.
About to say,
In Minecraft.
Okay.
Burn them all down. In Minecraft.
Okay.
Seize the means of production, comrades!
Okay, Chad, do you want to hear about D.B. Cooper or the Lost Colony of Roanoke?
Let's save the Lost Colony of Roanoke for later, because I've got fucking opinions on that shit.
I can tell.
And I don't know how long I'll go on that, so... Yeah, companies don't care about you. They really don't. Like, there's things I do like about my new job, but I readily, at all times, openly say they do not care about me. They care about me only so far as I can keep doing everybody else's job, basically.
Yep. And then they're not going to pay you any extra for the extra work you do.
Exactly.
And that's why I quit.
Very fair.
That, and also they didn't recognize any special accommodations for someone going through a mental breakdown.
Yep. Oh, do you know another thing that is, speaking of things related to smoking that are considered bad luck, do you know white lighters are considered bad luck?
I did not.
Yeah, like if you have a white lighter, you'll die. I don't know what the story is behind that one. I just know that, like, it's a thing about the curse of the white lighter or something. I think James Dean had a white lighter.
Hold on.
I think that's where it comes from, maybe.
Don't worry, Dream Warrior, we're not talking about anything. Okay. The White Lighter Curse, or the White Lighter Myth, is an urban legend based on the 27 Club, in which it is claimed several musicians and artists died while in the possession of a white lighter.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So James Dean may have had one. Okay, this myth is primarily based on the deaths of Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Kurt Cobain.
Really?
Yeah. It's also, like, tied in with, like, pot, but, I mean, everything will eventually be tied into pot to try and make it sound scary.
Marijuana. Marijuana is a mind-altering substance.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I hope so. I can stand some mind-altering right about now.
Yeah.
Because reality fucking sucks.
Yeah. Also, the white lighter thing is a total and complete myth because Bic didn't make white lighters until years after the deaths of the members of the 27 Club.
Oh. I love how there was, like, this whole myth created, like, how white lighters are dangerous, and Bic just goes, fuck it, let's make some goddamn white lighters.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, on to the story of D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
Now, this is actually a pretty interesting mystery, in my
I was about to say,
opinion.
what do you know about the D.B. Cooper case?
I know that there was a guy on an airplane, and he proceeds to, like, very calmly tell the flight attendant, he's, like, in first class, and he calmly tells the flight attendant, I have a bomb in my briefcase, and basically, like, this, I'm holding you all hostage, and then he, ordered the plane to land at one location to pick up, like, because he ransomed money from the FBI, I think, and then he told them to take off again, and then he like jumped out of the plane with a parachute and 2 briefcases of money, and we found 1 briefcase, but nothing else, and we have no idea who the fuck this guy was.
Yes. Also, Izzy, I'm probably going to mention a lot of things that Shane and Ryan talked about. Because I did not do a lot of research this week. Because fuck it.
And no, he wasn't an alien.
No, he was not an alien, and he wasn't Loki.
As cool as that would have been. Oh, that needs to be... I wonder if that's going to be a thing in the Loki TV show.
That was a thing in the Loki TV show.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
It was like in the first episode, he lost a bet with Thor, and he's like... I guess Thor had a very specific bet for him of like, you need to go and cause mischief in the human realm. And Loki decided to be D.B. Cooper.
You know what? That would actually explain everything if it was Loki.
It would. They actually did explain quite a bit of what could happen if it was Loki who did that.
You know what? Fair enough.
Also, yes, puppet history is back.
Yay!
And I was going to talk about the emu war.
Oh, you were?
I was going to. I was about to start doing my research on it, and then I get the notification that Puppet History did their season premiere on it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, well, fuck.
Poor to be rich on the inside. I'm poor inside and out. Very...
Me?
Alright, I'm gonna need to grab a screenshot of that. That's gonna be the thumbnail. Me and the little Katamari with my little face, and then you and the robot thing that says I'm poor inside and out. That is going to be the thumbnail for Beautiful Katamari.
Yeah.
That will be the thumbnail for Beautiful Katamari.
Emus. Okay, it's emus.
I didn't know that anyone thought that Tommy Wiseau might have been D.B. Cooper.
Well, HBO did a whole documentary on how, like, 16 people thought that their family member was D.B. Cooper.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who say, oh, no, it's definitely me. Definitely my, family member.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people still believe that. Let me see.
I imagine that there were a lot of people who, like, lied to their families. Oh, yeah, it was totally me. I was D.B. Cooper.
One guy said, or one woman said that her husband told her that he was D.B. Cooper right before he flatlined and died. Jumbo Men!
Very upset because they can hop and I can't.
I can't either.
Okay, 100 more rotations. Big bro, I'm dizzy. The inner ear lies! Just focus on the combo! There's 3 of us, I say. Think outside the box. Heroes come mint in bucks. Okay.
What?
What's going on? I swear to God, they just went, fuck it, let's just do whatever the fuck we want to do.
I guess so.
Yeah, they would have been said, Doctor, bring it back so I can slap him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hold on, let me see if I can get a number real quick.
On how many people claim to be...
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a conspiracy theory that, you know, the murderer John List, who killed his whole family and everything, there was a theory that he was D.B. Cooper. Yeah. Because he killed his family 15 days before the hijacking. And I'm just like, no.
I'm pretty sure that he would have been recognized.
Yeah. Damn, I can't find the number.
Oh God, I hate the stupid cows and bears thing. I hate this. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't like those.
So the hijacking itself.
Alright.
On Thanksgiving Eve, November 24th, 1971, a middle-aged man carrying a black case went to the flight counter of Northwest Orient Airlines in Portland International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
He said his name was Dan Cooper. And he used cash to purchase a one-way ticket for a 30-minute trip north to Seattle.
Okay. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. He got on the aircraft, a Boeing 727.
It's always a fucking Boeing.
And took seat 18C. He ordered a bourbon and a soda. And he was described by eyewitnesses as a man in his mid-40s wearing a business suit with a black tie and a white shirt. He was looking dapper AF.
Dope.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, you're fine. Kayla never learns the lesson that there's a reason why podcasters only drink water and not soda.
Listen, my burps are part of the podcast now.
Oh, god fucking damn it. I forgot that's a goddamn pylon. Ugh, I hate these things.
Yeah, Boeing is the largest producer of planes.
Yeah, Bell Peridot. I am gonna do Psychonauts 2. I'm not streaming tomorrow because I'm going out of town for my birthday, and then next Monday I'm doing a stream with Minx and Alice, but the Monday after that we'll start Psychonauts 2.
It'll happen eventually.
It will happen. That'll give me enough time to get
Bird
my
will
original
get to it
playthrough.
whenever everyone else on Twitch has stopped playing it.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, the plane left at 2:50 p.m. It was only 1/3 full, which I'm just like, oh god, I would kill for
Yeah,
that.
I know, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. And shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant nearest to him, and she just took the note, put it in her pocket, and was like, thank you. At least she didn't grab my ass.
Yeah, just thought this weirdo was like giving her his number or some shit.
Yeah, it's probably like the 6th one she's gotten that day. But Cooper leaned forward and whispered to her, Miss, you'd better open that note. I have a bomb.
Yep.
What's the point of the note by then?
I think he really just thought that she was... I think he did not expect her to not, like, read the note. Which is such a... I'm sorry, can I just say, I'm gonna be that person for a moment. That's such a fucking white man thing to do. To be like, yes, I have granted you a note, now read it. And, like, whenever you don't immediately read it, and then there's, like, I can't believe they didn't want to read this note that I just handed them. It's like, yeah, dude, people don't give a fuck. They're trying to do their job. They don't give a fuck about you. Like, I think that really threw him for a loop that she didn't just read the thing, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, flight attendants by that point, they were getting their asses grabbed, they were getting whistled at, they were getting a whole bunch of things they didn't want.
Yeah. But it's a note. Aren't you curious? Like, no, not really.
Well, now everyone else is curious because we have no idea what the note said because DB Cooper later took it back from her.
Oh, so it probably was some shit like, I have a bomb, you know, these are my demands. It was probably along those lines.
Probably.
I was actually pretty good thinking of him to take it back, because then they couldn't analyze any handwriting, even though, from what I understand, handwriting analysis is kind of bullshit anyway.
Kinda, you know. It does help with certain things. Like, phrasing can help identify where someone grew up in.
That's true. I know the slant of the numbers of the letters can help you determine if a person is right or left-handed.
Yep.
I think that part's bullshit. If it's chicken scratch, they're probably left-handed. Because it's hard to fucking write in English with your left hand. So, you know.
I don't know. Apparently I write like a left-handed person even though I'm right-handed. Maybe I'm just the ultimate enigma.
Maybe.
No one can ever track my handwriting.
I'd like to get somebody to try to analyze my handwriting. Just be like, here you go. Have fun with that.
I mean, I can read your handwriting perfectly fine.
No. I mean, like, analyze it. Like,
Ah.
okay, alright, go ahead. Analyzing your handwriting is the new tarot card reading, you know?
Except this time is a chance it might actually work.
Yeah.
Yeah, left-handed people drag their hand across the paper, and I do the exact same thing even though I'm right-handed, which is why everyone tells me I write like a left-handed person.
I think you write like that because I helped you learn how to write, and I'm left-handed.
Most likely, yes.
So I think that might actually be my fault.
Well, hey, if it makes it impossible for people to identify my handwriting, thank you.
So, oh, well, this person's clearly left-handed, so, you know, better chances of you getting away with murder if need be.
Yeah. This is why I watch so many true crime things, so I know what not to do in order to get away with murder. And I already have an advantage going in.
The things you always leave the house with. The money, the purse, the keys, the medicine.
The bikini.
Shoes, the bikini, the 200K, the deed to the house. My garden is a 2-foot patch of dirt. Sadness overridden, returning to mission. Yes, anyway. There used to be many constellations in space.
Sadness overridden? That sounds like me when I take my antidepressants.
I know, right? Constellation-related things. Okay, got it. Damn, look at you. Hey, Dex! Thank you very much for the $10! That's super, super awesome of you. Bert, how could you do this to Kayla? Slips you a 10.
Yay!
Thank you, buddy. I do appreciate that so very much. You are super awesome.
Okay, Rikun, that's a... I was told by a teacher that I might be ambidextrous at one point, because I use my left hand for a lot of things. Like, I have to aim with my left eye and hold a gun with my left hand in order to shoot straight, but I'm right-handed in my writing and everything.
Yep.
But I unconsciously do a lot of things with my left hand.
Because you learned to do a lot of things from watching me, who is left-handed.
But it's weird!
I mean, I feel like you've just been like put in a position where you'll be doing very well in life. Well, you can do things with both hands, which most people cannot do. If like you break your right arm, you're not going to be completely helpless, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I pick up my drink with my left hand all the time. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm well adapted then.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
I find it weird being a right-handed person who does a lot of things with my left hand.
What the fuck do arrows have to do with such a... Oh, yeah, that's right. He's the dude with the arrows. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about star signs and all that shit. I just know that, fucking... What are they called? One of the winter signs. I just know that they can't shut the fuck up about the fact that they're that sign.
You mean a Sagittarius?
Yeah, I think
Virgo?
it's No, Virgos aren't that bad. We just want to organize everything. Like, our whole personality is not, I'm a Virgo. Our whole personality is, I want to organize everything. That's basically our personality. It's, oh, fuck. What is
Star
it?
sign?
Yeah, the star sign. Jordan, what's that star sign? Amy's one of them. Because it's like her entire fucking personality at some points. And I say that with love, Amy, if you're listening, but it's the truth. It kind of is her whole fucking personality sometimes. What's her
Leo?
star sign?
Sagittarius, Capricorn,
I think it's Capricorns.
I'm a Capricorn!
That's a Leo? Okay, it's a Leo. Alright, it's Leo. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Jordan, but it's kind of the truth. Like, Leos who are proud of being Leos, like, that is, it's like people from New Jersey who are proud of being from New Jersey. It's like their entire fucking personality.
So we have no idea what was written in D.B. Cooper's note. Because he reclaimed it.
Yeah.
He then directed the flight attendant to sit beside him.
Which she was like, oh, great. This is how I die.
Well, see, the thing is, planes being hijacked were kind of a thing at this point.
Great.
I mean, most of
Where was the TSA for that one?
I mean,
Probably harassing some trans person.
Well, it was the 70s.
Yeah, so they're definitely harassing some trans person.
Most of the time it was like Cuban nationals wanting to go back home to Cuba. They would like hijack the plane and tell the pilot, okay, we're going to Cuba or a specific region of it. And sometimes Fidel Castro himself would come out and just like give the pilot and the passengers like free rum and cigars and stuff. Like, hey, thanks for getting my boy here. And then they just drive right back.
That's really not something I should laugh about, because I don't want to give anyone the impression that Fidel Castro is a nice person when he's really not. Like, he was a very, very shitty human being, but that is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Like, sometimes pilots would be completely okay with the hijacking because it meant that they got, like, you know, Patron or something at the end of it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, dope.
Yeah.
So she probably was like, oh, sweet. I really could use a drink.
Probably, yeah. So, DB Cooper opened his briefcase enough to give her a glimpse of 8 red cylinders attached to wires with red insulation and a large cylindrical battery. No idea if this was an actual bomb or if he was just fucking with her. Either way, it was scary enough.
No, yeah, I mean, you know, if you're not sure...
Don't take the chance.
If someone says I've got a bomb and you're not sure, it usually is best to approach it as if they have the bomb.
Yeah. So, he closed the briefcase and demanded $200,000 in negotiable American currency. I don't know what exactly that means.
I have no idea what that means either.
4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the aircraft upon arrival. So, I mean, they were still going to Seattle.
Like, don't worry, we won't have to redirect too far. And the pilot, like, secretly went, oh, god damn it, I really could have used a cigar.
Yeah. So, the flight attendant gave Cooper's instructions to the pilot, and when she returned, Cooper was wearing dark sunglasses.
Sorry, just...
I mean, what else do you do at that point?
I mean, you know, fair enough.
So, Captain William A. Scott contacted the Seattle-Tacoma airport and, you know, let them know shit was going down. And said, hey, we got 35 other passengers on here. And he went over the intercom and told them that their arrival to Seattle would be delayed because of a minor mechanical difficulty.
I mean, props to him for, like, keeping things under control. Like, don't worry, everything's fine.
We're not doing movie scripts, I'm just telling Bird about DB Cooper.
Yeah. I wear my sunglasses on flights.
So, okay. So, Northwest Orient's president, Donald Nyrop, authorized payment of the ransom and ordered all employees to just cooperate with the guy. Just like, don't be a hero, just do whatever he says.
Like, just humor him, and it'll be fine.
Totally fine, totally good, all good. So the aircraft circled Puget Sound for 2 hours to allow Seattle police and FBI time to get the parachutes and the ransom money and to mobilize emergency personnel because they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
She's like, so what do we do? Just like, get the emergency personnel together. They're just like, the fuck you want us to do? Like, spread out a giant trampoline in case he starts throwing hostages at us?
Maybe.
All I can think about is that scene in DBZ Abridged where Gohan's just like, Bulma, how far would you have to fall from to reach terminal velocity? And she gets really quiet and he goes, that's what I thought.
Jesus. So, like, DB Cooper reportedly wasn't nervous about anything. One other flight
He's
attendant...
just kind of hanging out.
One other flight attendant said, he actually seemed rather nice. He was never cruel or nasty. He was thoughtful and calm all the time. I'm like, that's what I want out of my ransom.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be hijacked by somebody who's probably gonna kill me, at least he's being polite about it, you know?
Yeah.
There's no need for a lack of manners, sir. Bramble Pippington would not approve of that.
So he ordered a second bourbon and soda. Bird, is this you?
No, because I drink rum and cola.
Okay.
I drink... Oh, shit! Maybe I am secretly a hijacker going back to Cuba, because I order Cuba Libres.
So, he ordered a second bourbon and soda, and then he immediately paid his drink tab, and he even offered to request meals for the flight crew during the stop in Seattle.
Yeah, he's like, hey, y'all want some to eat?
It's on me, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, well, technically it's on the government. Am I right? Like, he just, like, he just, like, nudged one of them, and the one that he nudged was just, like, still wondering if they were gonna see their family ever again, so they just, like, didn't really react, and D.B. Cooper's like, tough crowd.
Yeah. So, FBI agents got the ransom money from a bunch of banks in Seattle, mostly with serial numbers beginning with the letter L to help them keep track of the money in case they got after him and everything.
In case we ever bother, like, going after this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Cooper actually rejected the military-issued parachutes offered, and instead demanded civilian parachutes with manually operated ripcords.
Why did he... well, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We don't know. And the Seattle police...
Oh my god, you just know this guy was one of those, government ain't gonna track me through their parachutes, no sir.
Probably. The Seattle police actually had to get them from a local skydiving school.
Call it the local skydiving school. Listen, this is gonna sound really fucking weird.
But we're gonna need 4 parachutes.
Yeah, but hear me out on this.
So, at 5:24 p.m., Cooper was told his demands had been met, and at 5:39, more than an hour after sunset, God, I miss those times, the aircraft landed at the Seattle-Tacoma Airport. So Cooper instructed them to taxi the jet to an isolated, brightly lit section of the airport and close all the window shades so that none of the police snipers could see him.
That was actually a pretty smart move. I mean, the guy clearly knew something about what he was doing if he thought to do those things.
He came in with a plan.
Like, that's interesting that he thought to, that he thought about snipers and things like that and what the cops were likely going to do whenever he taxied in. I'm just saying, that kind of, to me at least, that kind of suggests that he might have had some sort of law enforcement training.
Yeah.
Or some experience with it, at least, to be able to know those things.
Well, again, if hijackings were such a big thing at this time, maybe he just studied how all the different hijacking things work.
That's possible, too. That's very possible.
Yeah. And also, I'm with Dax. I would prefer someone who's calm whenever they're causing a shitstorm like this, because the panicky ones are the ones with the trigger finger, and that's how someone else ends up dead.
That is a very, very good point. And I would imagine, in a situation like that, you're more likely
I'd want the
to
calm
be killed.
person.
Yeah, you're more likely to be killed by somebody because they,
They panicked.
Yeah, because they got all panicky. You're more likely to get killed by the Joe Pesci character than by the Robert De Niro character.
I would rather have someone who's calm, has a very clear plan of what they're doing, and just calmly says, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen, this is what you're going to do, and then everything will be fine.
You will see your family again if you just do exactly as I say.
I mean, I will freely admit, I am not a brave man at all. I would 100% be like, okay.
Oh yeah, same. I'd be like, what can I do for you, sir?
I'm not going down for this fucking airplane. I'm seeing my family again.
This company don't mean shit to me.
Yeah, like...
You wanna fuck them up? I'll help you.
Like, at the very least, like, if it was like, alright, now listen, I'll let you all live, but there are things you need to do. I just be like, alright, I'm in, whatever you want. It's like, wow, just like that? Like, you don't understand. If I die trying to protect this fucking company, my sister will bring me back to life just so she can kill me again.
A red, a communist, I see. Good on you.
Not really, but you know what? If it means that you won't kill me, sure, fine.
Whatever helps me live to see another day.
Yeah, whatever gets me through this alive, sure.
Yeah. So Cooper, whenever they had landed, a plainclothes Seattle operations manager, Al Lee, he delivered the money and the parachutes via the stairs in the back. Mm-hmm. And once the delivery was completed, Cooper just basically told, okay, everyone else off the plane. Like, except for the pilots.
I still need a pilot. Yeah,
I still need a pilot.
And I guess the pilot could probably use a friend also, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he just seemed to know how planes worked as far as, like, operations. Like, because some, like, people who didn't really know much about planes would probably have just said, no, just one pilot, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought, no, he needs the co-pilot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It just feels like you said, he may have just really in-depthly studied previous hijackings, but I think it's also possible he could have, like, had some law enforcement training that would deal with hijackings.
Why not both?
Yeah.
So, Cooper outlined his flight plan to the people in the cockpit. He's like, okay, we're going southeast towards Mexico City at the minimum airspeed possible. We're not going fast. Which is about 100 knots. And that's how fast it can go without stalling the plane.
Yeah, he kind of knew something about planes.
He knew something about planes. And he said the highest we're gonna go is 10,000 feet.
Right.
We're not going any higher. The landing gear needs to stay out.
Okay.
The wing flaps need to be lowered to 15 degrees and the cabin needs to remain unpressurized.
Okay.
Again, this guy knew about planes.
So he basically had it all set up to make the safest possible jump that he could have.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the first officer explained, hey, we're kind of limited to 1,000 miles under that very specific configuration. So we would need to have a second refueling before entering Mexico. And Cooper and the crew negotiated.
Like, when you say you need another... God, he's like the people who call me at Lowe's trying to negotiate for discounts.
Yeah, he's like, okay, so there's no way that we can do this without having to do a stop. Are you serious, guys? He's like, yeah, we can't.
I'm very serious.
He's like, okay, we'll stop in Reno, Nevada.
Okay,
for refueling.
I guess we could stop in Reno.
Yeah, he then said that the aircraft had to take off with the rear exit door open and the staircase extended.
Yeah, and the pilot was like, motherfucker, are you crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, the Northwest Home Office objected that it was unsafe to do so, and Cooper countered that it was safe, but he would not argue the point. He would lower it once they were airborne. So he's like, okay, I'll put it back up, and then the second they're airborne, he put him back down.
It's just like,
fuck you!
Dax, I love that story. Dax says, my grandmother worked as a cashier and was robbed twice. First time she was like, okay, here, because the dude was here for money and had zero plans of using the gun. The second time she gave the robber pointers and gave him the money because he was nervous and inexperienced and she really didn't want to get shot. You know what?
You want the calm person there.
That's a very sensible, like, okay, calm down. I'll get you the money. Here you go. Money can be nice and money can be vice. But how is it nice and why is it vice? Can't remember, so you go roll up merchandise. Oh my god.
I demand compensation for being forced to hear that speech.
You know what? Too bad.
God damn it.
You know who else demanded compensation? The Radium Girls.
Yeah, but they got it.
Barely. I'll retry that. Okay, so anyway.
So, the Federal Aviation Authority office, an official from them requested a face-to-face meeting with Cooper aboard the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper said, nah, bruh.
Nah, man.
Nah, I'm good.
We're gonna pass on that.
Yeah. So, at 7:40 p.m., the plane took off with only D.B. Cooper, Captain Scott, the flight attendant who was the one that got the note.
Who is just having the worst fucking day of her life right now.
And a first officer and a flight engineer. So there was only 5 people on that plane taking off. 2 F-106 fighter aircrafts from the local Air Force base followed behind. One was above and one was below it, and they were both out of Cooper's view. Because, of course, they were gonna do that.
Like, you think we're just gonna be like, yeah, here you go, brah, take this money and just leave. It's fine.
Yeah, a Lockheed T-33 trainer also shadowed the 727, but then it had to turn back near the Oregon-California state line because it was low on fuel.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, okay. Fine.
Sure, why not?
So, after takeoff, Cooper told the flight attendant to join the rest of the crew in the cockpit and just stay there with the door closed. He had everyone shoved in the cockpit.
So y'all just hang out in the cockpit, everything will be fine.
Yeah, the flight attendant said that she saw Cooper tying something, possibly the money bag, around his waist.
Wasn't there 2 money bags?
Yeah.
So he tied one money bag around his waist?
I guess so.
Okay.
It's a lot of we don't fully know what happened.
You know what? That's fair.
The woman was kind of going through a time.
Yeah, she's kind of going through some shit. I don't really expect her to have the most crystal clear, pristine recollection of everything that took place.
So, at approximately 8 p.m., a warning light flashed in the cockpit, indicating that the air stair apparatus had been activated in the back. Mm-hmm. So the back door was open.
Okay.
And the first officer, over the aircraft's intercom system, offered Cooper any assistance.
Yeah, like,
do you need help, bro?
Yeah, bro?
And Cooper was like, nah, I'm good.
No, everything's fine. You just stay there.
Yeah, that was the last communication the crew had with him.
Mm-hmm.
And the crew noticed the big change of air pressure, indicating the door was wide open at that point.
Right.
At 8:13 p.m., the aircraft's tail section sustained a sudden upward movement, large enough to require trimming to bring the plane back to level flight. This is around the time that D.B. Cooper jumped out of the back of the plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At 10:15 p.m., the captain and the first officer landed the 727 with the back stairs still open at the Reno airport.
Got out, looked at each other, said, man, we are so going on vacation.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so FBI agents, state troopers, deputies, Reno police just immediately surrounded the jet as soon as it landed.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
Today, in the most least surprising things I've ever heard my entire life.
Yeah, they rushed the jet because they thought that D.B. Cooper was still on there, and then they realized, oh wait, he's gone.
Yeah, because he knew that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck that. Fuck that, I ain't sticking around.
Yep. So, that was the whole incident of D.B. Cooper. No idea who he was. No trace of the handwriting. Don't know what happened to the money, except for that one bag that showed up a couple years later.
Yeah, one bag of his money has washed up on shore.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Jesus Christ.
What?
It's kind of crazy how he basically... Okay, real talk though. Do you think he died?
I think he died.
You think so? Think he died on the jump?
I do, mainly because of Shane and Ryan talking about it on BuzzFeed Unsolved, where they're like, he was jumping out, he didn't exactly know what he was doing, and he landed, like, chest first onto the end of a tree or something.
It's possible, but granted, I mean, he knew enough about the mechanics of an airplane.
That doesn't mean he knows how to parachute out of one.
I mean, I guess not. I just feel like with everything that he knew and how much he knew about the plane and also, the law enforcement response to something like this, I don't know. I just feel like he would have had some type of a training, maybe military or police training, you know?
I think he probably had some law enforcement training, especially if he knew, like, how to placate the police, let the hostages go so that they're swarm with them.
Mm-hmm. He just seemed too knowledgeable, you know, of everything. I mean, he could have, and granted, they could have just given him some defective parachutes and been like, fuck you.
Well, I think they tried to with the military ones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they probably did try to give him, like...
That's probably why he didn't take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just knows too much about how this is responded to.
I think he died because I think it sounds a lot like a thing of... I'm gonna sound very confident talking about these things that I, in reality, know nothing about. Maybe it's just because I myself am good at that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so about the recovered ransom money.
Oh yeah, that.
So February 10th, 1980, an 8-year-old was vacationing with his family by the Columbia River. It was about 9 miles downstream of Vancouver, Washington, and 20 miles, like, southwest of Ariel. And he found 3 packets of the ransom cash in the sand while they were trying to build a campfire. The bills were heavily disintegrated, but they were still bundled in rubber bands.
I mean, enough to where they knew where they were able to determine that it was D.B. Cooper's cash.
Yeah, FBI technicians confirmed the money was a portion of the ransom. So they were able to tell, like, yeah, this is the money that we gave D.B. Cooper, because they kept a list of the bills that they gave him, so that they could track him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a big question of, like, why did some of this money suddenly show up?
I think he probably dropped it.
I mean, if you're jumping out of a plane, you're gonna lose some things. Because it was in 1971 whenever he did the hijacking. It was in 1980 when this money was found. 9 years later.
Yeah, I think he just dropped it.
Probably.
I don't know, I maybe he did die.
See, that's why I think that he died. Because I'm just like, look, we haven't been able to find any of the other money. I think he would have used that at some point, you know?
Maybe. Unless he took it with him into, like, Mexico or something. And then exchanged it.
Well, he didn't get that far. He barely made it into Arizona whenever he dropped out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm kind of siding with Izzy on this. Izzy says his corpse got stuck in a tree, and then after decomposing for a while and crows having some pecks, his remains fell to the ground in nice, easy-to-carry pieces, and the critters did the rest.
Satanic turtles!
Satanic turtles! Holy shit! It's the Satanic Turtles again! The Satanic... hashtag... Alright, that's gonna be our raid message, by the way. Satanic Turtles killed D.B. Cooper. Go ahead and, like, write that down, copy-paste it into, like, a sticky note or a WordPad document or something. That's gonna be our raid message. Satanic Turtles killed D.B. Cooper.
Yep.
Yeah, the damn turtles.
Those damn turtles causing all the trouble. So yeah, I'm kind of going with Occam's razor on this. He's probably dead. He probably died on the fall.
That's possible, yeah.
I think that it's the most logical explanation as to what happened. Because, like, there was at one point the idea that he could come forward whenever the statute of limitations ran out.
Right.
On the hijacking. Which I really think they should have just let it run out. But they didn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. So, in 1976, about 5 years after, the statute of limitations was expiring soon. Because I guess it's like a 5-year limit on plane hijacking or whatever. And...
Imagine a 5-year statute of limitations on hijacking a plane nowadays.
Jesus. So most legal people were like, it's not going to make much of a difference on the hijacking. And so in November, when a Portland grand jury returned an indictment in absentia against John Doe, aka Dan Cooper, for air piracy and violation of the Hobbs Act. So this indictment formally initiated prosecution that can be continued should the hijacker be apprehended at any time in the future.
Oh, so they basically just kind of kept repeating that.
They brought up the charges.
They basically hit the reset button.
Yeah, they brought up the charges, so if D.B. Cooper is ever found, they can charge him.
Well then.
Which, I seriously think they should have just let the statute of limitations run out, purely just because, like, yeah, air piracy is kind of a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I would rather have an explanation as to who did this. It's kind of like the 3 guys who escaped from Alcatraz. There's a statute of limitations on that case too.
Right.
And if I were one of them, like, you'd be around 90 something years old whenever the statute of limitations with the FBI would run out. I'd have my grandchildren wheeling me into the FBI.
Like, what's up, bitches?
Like, yeah, I'm one of those prisoners that escaped from Alcatraz.
Also, Robo King hates the ocean as well. Robo King is you.
Yeah.
Like, the
I am Robo King!
Yeah, Flesh and Blood King of the Cosmos is me. Robo King is 100% you, Kayla.
Yeah. So, again, there have been a lot of people who have been suspected of being D.B. Cooper, and there are a lot of people who suspect family members of being D.B. Cooper. Let me see. There is one person. Let me see. Barbara Dayton was a recreational pilot and University of Washington librarian. Mm-hmm. Barbara was actually born Robert, and she transitioned.
Oh, okay.
She served in the U.S. Merchant Marine and then the Army during World War II. And after discharge, Dayton worked with explosives in the construction field, and she wanted to be a professional airline pilot, but couldn't obtain the pilot's license. I assume because of a trans thing.
Possibly, yes.
Dayton claimed to have staged the Cooper hijacking dressed as a man to get back at the airline field and the FAA for the rules and conditions preventing her from being an airline pilot.
And also because hormone replacement therapy money. Am I right?
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, Dayton said the ransom money was hidden in a cistern near Woodburn. It's a suburban area south of Portland. But eventually she recanted the entire story.
Yeah, I figured that.
After learning that hijacking charges could still be brought.
Oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, the FBI never commented publicly on Barbara Dayton because she died in 2002.
Okay. They probably didn't believe it, to be honest with you.
I wish that was what happened.
That would have been pretty fucking cool,
That would be I want that movie.
Well, the thing is, you would have a trans star, and Scarlett Johansson's not going to be doing that again anytime soon, so we'd have to actually, like, get a trans person to do it, and...
Okay,
like, basically...
Philosophy tube.
Like, well, basically what I'm saying is that Hollywood's not going to greenlight it right now. They're too busy canceling all the queer shows. Like they're canceling Motherland Fort Salem!
I feel like I missed something here.
All of my queer comfort shows are getting canceled, and meanwhile Walking Dead's got, like, season 15 coming. Does anyone even still watch The Walking Dead?
People who think that they'd be the 2% of the population who survived the apocalypse.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The people who watch it are currently in the ICU with COVID, so, I mean, who's watching who is watching it? Who's watching this now? Who's watching this fucking show? But yes, Philosophy Tube would make a good, she could do it.
Oh yeah, she could 100% do it.
Anyway. Scarlett played a she was like, okay, so she was in talks to play a trans man, and... like, okay, let me be clear about something. I don't necessarily think that she should have gotten all the heat that she was getting. I do think that it was a bad look for her to be like, oh yeah, I'll accept the role. But at the same time, it's like, you're an actor, you take the roles that you're given, you know?
Yeah.
I think it was more of, I think more of the ire should have been put on the studio that was making the movie for not wanting to have a trans man play the role. I think more ire should have been put there. It was just more like, it was kind of a little bit of a bad look for her, but I don't feel like she deserved all of the hate that she got for it. That said, that was a pretty fucking funny statement she put out where she was like, look, I'm an actor. I do whatever they, I act as the things they tell me to act at. They want me to be a tree. I'm a fucking tree. Which I was like, Scarlett, maybe hush.
Yeah.
I like you in Black Widow, but maybe hush for a moment.
Maybe that's why she's suing Disney, trying to bring back some of that love.
I mean, it kind of worked for me, because fuck Disney.
Yeah.
But also, I do feel like she had every right in the world to sue Disney, considering that they were not willing to renegotiate her contract in light of COVID continuing and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a reasonable request to reevaluate the contract, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just my opinion. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
That is also true. Like, Scarlett Johansson is high profile enough she can't afford to say no to bullshit. But, like,
if you're locked into a contract with a certain company, they can force you to play certain roles.
Yeah, which is why sometimes you see really good actors playing really bullshit roles. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly willing to, like, die on the hill for fucking Scarlett Johansson. I don't think she'd give a fuck if I even did, so, Yeah, it's like, I agree with you. The Disney thing is a good point, too. They full-on lied. I think it's like, I can think that something that Scarlett Johansson was a part of was pretty scummy, while simultaneously thinking that she's correct in suing Disney for a scummy thing as well.
Nuance!
There's no room for nuance. This is the fucking internet. Fuck off.
It's the same people who like Rorschach and Watchmen.
Oh, God. We had a whole thing yesterday where we were talking about people who like Rorschach in Watchmen, like, unironically like it. I think that he's an interesting, nuanced character, so I think you can like him in that sense, but we're talking about the people who are like, yes, this is how I must model my behavior after, and how they go to Alan Moore and they're like, he's my favorite, and Alan Moore will be like, get away from me. You fucking sociopath.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. I love Watchmen. I love what it says about superhero culture, and I think it is a very important piece of literature, especially for right now. Mm-hmm. I love Rorschach as a character and what he represents. I would never want to be within the same state as that man, should he be real.
Yeah, I know. Just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
In the case of being locked into a contract, just make a public statement, and the heat from the internet will make the company's balls retreat all the way back to their mouths.
Well, sometimes the
non-disclosure agreements are a bitch.
Yeah.
And, again, I'm really not willing to die on the hill for Scarlett Johansson. I'm just, like I said,
there's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah, I just know there's a lot of moving parts whenever it comes to movie contracts and things like that, because, like, there are non-disclosure
After non-disclosure agreements have run out, some actors have come forward to talk about it.
Yeah, but they are pretty locked into those. And, like, I know it's like, oh, well, you've got money. It's like, female actors get paid decidedly less than their male counterparts do. Just kind of the reality of it is, getting blacklisted in Hollywood is not a good thing if you're a female.
Yeah.
So
let's just...
Although granted, she was willing to kind of risk the blacklisting to sue Disney, but again, Disney full on lie. Scarlett Johansson's a complicated person, I guess is the way we need to be phrasing this.
That is very true.
Scarlett Johansson is a complicated person, and I can agree with one thing she does while also disagreeing with another thing that she does. I do still think she should have, if it was in her power to refuse the role, she should have refused the role. That one, I will sign that point. Stand by that till the end of my days. If it was within her power to refuse the role, she should have immediately refused the role. Yes. So, anyway. We all should be paid fairly. Yeah, and all children who go to school should get lunch, but, the world we fucking live in, am I right?
Yeah.
We live in a world where there are people who think that children would be spoiled if they got to eat every day.
There are some people who think that D.B. Cooper killed the skydiving school instructor who lent out the parachutes.
I'm sorry, what? Like, before, during, or after?
In April 23rd of 2013.
How did he die?
Earl J. Cossey, he was the owner of the skydiving school that gave the 4 parachutes to Cooper. He was found dead in his home in Seattle, and it was ruled a homicide due to blunt force trauma to the head.
Huh.
People think D.B. Cooper came back 40 years later to get this guy.
Since we're on the subject, what are your views on Sia's vanity movie music and the non-autistic Maddie Ziegler portraying a caricature of an autism? Okay, that one I will 100% be like, no,
That's
bad,
shit.
no,
That's bad.
do not, no. If you're gonna make money off of somebody's difficulties in functioning in society, then at least fucking pay an autistic person to at least they can make some money too. Yeah.
They exist.
So anyway, have they solved that murder?
No,
or
the
they just,
perpetrator
no
remains
idea?
unknown.
Oh shit! Fuck! I'm just saying.
It was probably just a burglary gone wrong in his house.
I'm just saying.
DB
tinfoil hat time. No, granted, DB Cooper would have been pretty old by that point. Like,
yeah.
if it had been like a year after the hijacking, I'd be like, oh fuck. You know?
I'd
If it had been a year after the hijacking, I'd be like, no, I take it back. You know what? He survived. He had to have.
But 2013? No.
Yeah, no, nah. It probably was just coincidence. Like that, the stories that you see of, like, the guy who wins the lottery and his car drives off the road, but he manages to get out, and he gets out, and he survives, and then, lightning strikes the nearby tree, just barely misses him, and he survives that, and, like, the tree falls over and kills him.
Yeah. Yeah, Sia kind of strikes me as, sus. Very sus.
Yeah.
Very sus.
Well, I mean, she's friends with Ellen DeGeneres, so, you know.
Nope. Nope. No.
We don't like it.
We do not accept that in this house. We accept the
Man,
laws.
how quickly the internet turned on Ellen DeGeneres, which, kind of warms the cockles of my cold, dead heart.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is the guy who killed his daughters?
Where's the guy who killed his daughters? Well, pull up an FBI list.
What's
You'll
his
find a
name?
couple of
What's
them.
his name? What's his name? Yasser Abdel Said.
What about him?
He's currently on the FBI's most wanted list because he shot his 2 daughters, Sarah and Amina, who were teenagers, under the suspect that they were out being teenage girls, and it's like, I need to kill you to preserve your honor.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of more just sitting here like, oh, he just got caught? Is that what happened?
Hold on, let me see.
I'm kind of sitting here like, what does that have to do with the DB Cooper thing?
Oh, he did get caught in 2017. Holy shit. Oh, thank God.
I really am sitting here like, what the fuck does that have to do with the DB Cooper shit?
Oh, I was just looking at people who had, like, disappeared after being...
Oh, okay.
Like, people who escaped justice.
Oh, okay.
Later, Jordan.
Bye, Jordan.
Okay, 3 years, August 2020, police began a 24-hour surveillance on a home in Justin, Texas. Yep, they got a search warrant, and they arrested him August 26th of 2020.
Yay!
Thank God! And I have no doubt that he was hiding with his relatives, especially his son. No doubt at all.
So, well, guys just gotta do what they gotta do. Dudes gotta stick together. I'm sorry, man. You kill my, This is a very weird sentence to say, but it is the God's honest truth. If Dad killed you, I would fuck shit up.
I know you would.
Like, There would be no hiding with me. If I knew where it was, I'd immediately be like, nah, calling the cops right now. I'm snitching on your ass.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a shit what he said. Like, Duke could be like, no, you don't understand. She was possessed by an evil demon, and the only way to exorcise it was through a bullet, and I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
She was totally coming at me. The 5-foot girl against a 6-foot man.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you must have been so terrified by that.
Yeah. Why is it always the Firefly mission?
I hate this mission.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
But yeah, Yasser was caught, thank God.
Well, that's good.
There's actually a very good documentary on Amazon Prime right now about the whole case. Very good. Called The Price of Honor.
Huh.
It was recommended to me after I watched that one, Forbidden Lies, about the woman who wrote a book about her friend who supposedly died in an honor killing, but then it was found out that she was a total fucking liar.
Oh yeah, I remember her, yeah.
See, the only reason Bird remembers is because I made a point to tell Bird that I had bought this woman's book completely online from a third-party seller who just happened to have it. Specifically so I wouldn't be giving her any money. Because fuck that bitch.
So anyway, why don't we talk about Roanoke?
Oh god!
Okay, how about Bird rants about Roanoke?
Is there
for a bit?
anyone in the chat who does not know about the lost colony of Roanoke?
I feel like if they don't live in the US, they probably never heard the story.
I know some parts of the US, I've never heard about it.
That's a good point.
I'm just like... This is not a mystery. It's not.
It's not. Yeah, this is not a mystery. Let's make that very, very clear.
Ugh.
I watch BuzzFeed Unsolved. I know shit.
I made Bird listen to the BuzzFeed Unsolved episode about
I started screaming at Ryan at one point.
We were in the middle of painting in the garage.
Yeah, and I was yelling at Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have at least one person in the audience who's never heard the story.
American Horror Story, not historical.
Alright. Let's talk about Roanoke.
Okay, so... Very broad strokes.
I will try to keep my interruptions to a minimum while we just real quick recap the story of Roanoke.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do a very broad stroke.
Okay.
Story of Roanoke.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, let me get my thing prepped up.
Mountains and meadows. Oh, how I wish I were off cavorting about in a leafy glade instead of sitting here by myself. I take it back, he's not you.
What?
The woodland creatures and I could sing songs and toast marshmallows and tell ghost stories.
I don't like marshmallows.
I think you'd be down for the ghost stories part.
If they were good enough.
About the robot with a hook for a hand. Hey, we're gonna go watch that
I was
ghost
about
story
to say,
later.
we're gonna go see that.
Hey, this is my story. Go roll a Katamari and leave me to my fantasy.
There I am.
I'm so happy here.
Lose myself in my fantasies. Yep.
Anyway, so Roanoke.
So, it was a plan by Sir Walter Raleigh to, come to the coast of North Carolina. They didn't call it really North Carolina at that point, but to come and colonize the New World and give the natives smallpox, I guess.
Give the natives smallpox, sell a few into slavery, that whole thing. Get lost somewhere, probably get eaten by a bear if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
Anyway.
So the colony was established on the far coast of what is now North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And it was established by John White. This fucking guy.
The whitest name ever.
Seriously. I think it was between 300 to 400 people came over on the boat to come and colonize the area to escape English bullshit. I'm assuming.
I mean, 300 to 400 people surviving the journey, that's not bad. Like, hey, it's a good omen, right? We didn't all die on the way over here.
Yeah, only 108 showed up.
Oh. Well. Well, never mind. The sewer turtles got to them. Satanic turtles.
I was about to say, sewers weren't a thing. So they established the colony on the coast, on the very far coast of North Carolina. And they had some troubles with, not knowing how to make food in this new area, and also some hostilities, quote unquote, from nearby Native American tribes.
Like, Native American tribes were like, motherfuckers, you will not goddamn move. We know what happens whenever y'all show up. By this point, the Native Americans had danced this dance before.
Yeah.
They knew what was up. I'm just saying, they knew what was up. They knew what was fucking up.
Yeah. So, they're chilling out on the coast, calling their town Roanoke. Just chilling out.
Why do they call it Roanoke?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. That's the real mystery.
There probably is an explanation, but I'm not...
But I don't care.
I'm not spending 10 minutes in silence reading a Wikipedia article.
Fair enough.
So at some point, John White is like, oh shit, we need food and like...
He's like, oh shit, y'all need to like eat. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna pop in this boat, go back to England for just a little bit, just so I can get you guys some food so you'll stop your whining and shit. Yeah. I'm gonna leave this Native American man that we have assimilated into English culture, named Mantio. And you know what? He gonna be second in command.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Did you just get a power up?
Yeah. It's like a little, it's the king's broken heart. It just draws things in. I think. I don't know.
I was about to say, that doesn't sound like...
Who cares? My ball is bigger, that's what matters.
So John White got in the boat, went back to England for some shit, and then, what you know, Spanish War broke out.
Yeah, really awkward timing.
Really bad timing, because the Spanish Armada is like, hey, we're gonna cut off... We're gonna surround England with a whole bunch of boats and no one can leave.
Yeah, and he was like, when you say no one can leave, I gotta have a very pressing appointment.
I got family, and, I got my granddaughter, the first white baby born in America. I gotta go see them, give them a nice gift.
I feel like I should, be there for that.
And they said no, and John White was stuck in England for 3 years. After he said he
was the first one to pull a hey, I'm just going down to the
gas station for some cigarettes.
He was the first deadbeat father to pull that shit.
I mean, he did leave, his daughter and everything back in Roanoke.
Yeah.
He literally pulled a deadbeat dad.
I almost want to be like, well, he didn't know, but at the same time, fuck this guy. He's... you'll see why, for those of you who don't know the story, you'll see why I'm saying fuck this guy very, very shortly. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah, so 3 years after everything happened,
that whole pesky war thing.
Yeah, the whole war and shit, whatever. John White was able to go back to North America and be like, yay, I can see my granddaughter now. And then he shows up, and the colony that was built is completely deserted.
Yep.
And they
even left the lights on, and he was like, motherfuckers, I'm not paying that electricity bill.
And yeah, the people who rode on the boat with him to come and save these people who were starving, they were like, what the fuck? What happened? And they were like, I don't know, let's see if they left a note. And they did.
Yeah, this is where we get into, man, this guy's an idiot.
So, presumably to give John White an idea of where they went and what fuck happened in the 3 years while they were waiting to not starve. They carved a single word into a nearby tree, and that word was Croatoan, which is the name of a Native American tribe that was indigenous to the area.
And was friendly. John White never found
the colonists, never found his family ever again, and it's still considered a mystery as to what happened to the lost colony of Roanoke, quote unquote. Because they're like, oh, well, we don't have any definitive evidence because we're not going to go over to the Native American tribe to see if our family's there.
They literally were, guys, it's been like 3 years, like over 3 years. It's kind of awkward to go over now, you know?
They literally never went and bothered to see if
they just never went to go see if his family was there. So
he stayed out getting those cigarettes at that 7-Eleven.
Yep. And people act like it's some great big mystery, but
to this day, people still act like it's a mystery because they didn't find quote-unquote definitive proof of whatever happened to the colonists of Roanoke.
However, do you know what did happen in that area?
What happened, Bird?
All of a sudden, all these people started showing up, like all these babies that had very European and Native American features.
Oh, what? Like
almost a mix of the
Native
two.
American babies with bright blue eyes?
Yeah, it was the craziest thing.
How could that possibly have happened?
I just don't know. And all of them showed up in the vicinity of the quote-unquote lost Roanoke colony.
Yeah.
Just there they were, and guess what tribe they identified with? The fucking Croatoans.
Yep. Yeah, remember...
But I'm sure that means nothing.
Remember that guy, Mantio?
Yeah.
That was part of the original colonists? He could speak with the Croatoan?
Yeah, he was friends with the Croatoans. Like, yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
They basically went, well, I haven't texted this person in like a year. It'd be too awkward to get in touch now. That's literally what happened, Izzy. That's literally what happened, Izzy.
Yeah, previously they had attempted to negotiate a truce with the Croatoan. The colony did when John White was still there, but they didn't get any response. And then the second John White was gone, they probably got a reply back. As soon as John White left the group chat.
It's like, wait, let's just wait for him to, like, they were just like, we don't want to deal with him.
Probably.
Just make him go away.
Yeah,
you just know John White was like this really fucking annoying asshole who, like, every time somebody was like, okay, I know how we need to till this field, you just know that John White would be like, well, actually, the proper way to till this field is and they just, like, they literally just, like, could not wait for him to leave so they could, like, they had the fucking Croatoan. I'm betting you that they had the Croatoans on fucking speed dial.
like, as soon as he was gone.
It's like, is he gone? Is he gone? Is he? Okay. Hey, Croatoans? Yeah, he's gone. It's a go.
Yeah, because they had CRO carved into a tree, and they had the word Croatoan carved into a fence post. Where could they possibly be?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm just convinced that they hated him and he hated the colony, and so he was just like, he gets there and he's like, where on earth could my family and my friends have gone? And hey, John, there seems to be Croatoan written into this fence post, maybe with, it truly is a mystery. Oh, the emotional torment that I now suffer. I will never know the fate of my family. John, I'm pretty sure that they went to the Crow, and now I must away to sadly sail back on the sea, back home.
No. He made the token effort to try and sail downwards to the Croatoan region to try and find his family. And then, a couple of thunderstorms just happen to stop them, make them turn back. And I'm just like, I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
Yeah, it's just like they're just like going down the river, and like the others are like, yeah, no doubt we'll find them, and they'll probably be with the Croatoans, and that's great, hopefully everything's doing well, and we can see what we need to do, and all this stuff. And meanwhile, John's just like, oh, did you all hear that? Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Yeah, he was like with his mouth making the. He was doing like Tim Curry in Clue. He was like, and a crash of thunder. Like he was doing shit like that, and they were like, John, what the fuck? John, are you having a stroke? We don't actually know what a stroke is, but are you having... We don't actually know what that is, but are you having one?
What could have possibly happened?
Man, I gotta watch Clue again. It's always the time to watch Clue. I think it's still free on YouTube.
Let me check!
Silence of the Lambs is free on YouTube.
Yes, it is. I was surprised by that.
Oh, there was another movie that's been free on YouTube for a little bit, and I can't remember what it was. It just recently went out. Free on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, he was definitely just faking the thunder noises with his mouth. It's like,
no, Clue's not free anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's still really good though, and you should absolutely watch Clue. It is free on Amazon Prime.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Clue is free on Amazon Prime, and it's really fucking good. Oh man.
Do we gotta keep talking about this bullshit?
Like, fucking...
That clueless, goddamn.
It's just... Fuck John White, I feel is really the lesson we need to take away from the Roanoke colony thing. I really do feel like they fucking ghosted him.
They ghosted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was very proud of that. Like it kind of popped into my head as I was saying it, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be really clever." But there is speculation. Oh,
there's a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yes, can we go into some of the conspiracy? I will say that the ones who genuinely believe it's still a mystery can fuck off and die. But the ones who peddle the harmless, compared to the anti-vax shit, this is a relatively harmless conspiracy theory, and I'm kind of here for it. You know what? It's funny. It amuses me.
We're gonna start with the most likely explanations, and then go to the extreme. Mm-hmm. What we are pretty 98% sure what happened was that integrated with the local tribe.
Yeah, 98.9999999999999% certain that's what happened.
That they just...
About a certain...
They were starving, and they were like, I don't care what their skin color is, they have food.
Yeah, I'm about as certain about integration as the FDA is certain that the Pfizer vaccine won't kill you.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated, everybody.
Another theory that is... It could have happened, but it probably didn't, was that the Powhatan tribe had attacked and killed everyone in Roanoke. But considering we didn't find any bodies, bones, or anything like that...
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like they would have killed him and said, "Oh, well, we should give them proper burials."
No, they would have left them where they died.
Yeah. That's not a stab at the Powhatan because they were Native American. It's just the reality of it. You typically don't bury the people that you've just murdered.
You don't do it in war, you don't do it here.
Yeah, so... Go on.
Thank you. There's another theory of maybe they built their own boat and tried to sail back to England and drowned.
I mean...
Why would they do that?
Well, okay, xenophobia is a hell of a thing. It's possible. Extremely improbable, but it's okay, so...
Maybe some of them did that, not everyone.
Yeah, maybe a couple of people tried to pull a castaway and lost Wilson and jumped off the edge of the boat and then drowned and got eaten by sharks and burned down, sank over, and fell into the swamp, basically. But long story short, this colony burnt down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
Yeah.
Long story short, the original colony burnt down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
Colony... Conspiracies.
Kayla's actively looking up conspiracy theories because, we want to make sure that we highlight all of them.
Yet, again, 98% sure what happened is they went 50 miles south to Hatteras Island and we're like, hey, Croatoan people, can we have some food, please?
Yeah, like, hi, what's up? Can we have a little bit of food, please?
There's a fucking article saying, oh, archaeologists may have finally solved the mystery of the Roanoke colony, and I'm just like, we knew this shit.
It's like, oh my god.
I don't give a shit about Sir Walter Raleigh. I don't care.
Nobody
I
cares
don't
about
care.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Hey, da-da-da. Croatoan. Me, 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 me. What do it mean?
It's such a mystery.
Colonists were murdered. Cannibalism!
Oh, okay.
They pulled a Donner Party!
That's a pretty fun
They
little...
pulled a Donner Party way before it was cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun little conspiracy. Again, though, bones.
Yeah, it was either xenophobia of local Indian tribes being Native American tribes being cannibals and eating them, or they just cannibalized each other because they were starving.
I love how irony kind of always plays a role in these cannibalism stories, because like they always think, oh, but the dirty natives will probably cannibalize us, and then they end up cannibalizing each other. I love how that always ends up being a thing.
Yeah. So that's one theory, is cannibalism, but again, we don't have any evidence of any bones.
Mm-hmm. Completely ignoring the fact, by the way, let me make something super clear, everybody. In case you ever, like, fall into a time machine and end up back during the pioneering days and shit like
First
that.
off, kill yourself, probably.
Yeah, first off, go ahead and kill yourself before the closest rampant paper cut takes you out. Just go ahead and kill yourself. But also, Native Americans predominantly have very strong religious beliefs that prevent cannibalism. One of their biggest, like, folklores, the Wendigo, is a creature that is created when you feast on the flesh of your fellow human. It is very much considered a thing that you never ever do. So, like... It's
tainting not only your soul, but theirs as well.
Yeah, like, you're tainting... And it was something that was, like... It was a folklore that was built up both due to the whole, tainting the soul of yourself and the person who died, but also because Native Americans, no doubt that early Native American tribes probably did engage in cannibalism, just because you had to eat somehow.
Yeah.
But prolonged cannibalism will cause very horrific physical effects on the body.
Oh yeah, like there's no doubt that there were some
we're not built
cannibalistic tribes. It's just there's no documentation that they were in this area.
Yeah. So, like, basically, Native American tribes, by the time the pioneers showed up, were no, you do not eat other people, because that is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You could still die, because, depending on when you pop up, Native American tribes might just be like, oh, fuck this noise, these white men are dangerous.
Yeah.
But cannibalism was not something you were gonna die from.
Another one is that disease spread through the colony.
Which, again, okay, where's all the dead bodies?
But no,
it's
a mix of the two. It's a mix of the cannibalism and the disease.
Yeah, we're gonna eat the diseased bodies.
We're gonna eat the diseased bodies, and then we're gonna be zombies. We're gonna be the only known zombie outbreak in human history, but it's never gonna spread to the rest of the states, because first off, they're not that populated.
Died out, I guess.
And second off, because we're on an isolated island.
Except zombies don't need to breathe, they can just walk through the fucking water. And that's addressed multiple times in a lot of good zombies.
I was about to say, I saw, I played the Walking Dead Michonne little packet.
Yeah. Zombies don't need to breathe.
They'll just walk through water and shit.
Yeah.
But no, it's the zombies. It's a legit theory that some people... I hope they're trolling, but some people seem to believe that...
I feel like they're probably trolling.
I hope to God that they are. That the lost colony of Roanoke was the first and only documented case of a zombie outbreak. That everyone ate each other. Apparently bones and all, I guess. And that's why the colony was gone in the 3 years they... John Whitehead fucked off. Because the zombies ate all the other colonists, and then zombies that are already dead, I guess, died out.
Yep.
No.
That's not what happened, but it amuses me.
Another theory is witchcraft.
Oh, I've never heard this one. Do tell.
There are two theories involving witchcraft.
Okay.
One is that the Croatoan either executed the colonists as witches, saying these white men are dangerous.
I don't think the Croatoans executed people for... I don't think Native American tribes executed people for witchcraft.
So it was either the Croatoans killed the colonists saying they were witches, or the colonists were victims of witches who lived in the woods of North Carolina.
Oh my god, that's even better. I love that. The Blair Witch got him, everybody.
Blair Witch!
Oh wait, no, she's in Maryland.
Yeah. We get, I don't know, were-bitch?
I kind of dig that.
I'm too tired to be funny.
I dig it.
Yes, the Blair Witch killed these people. The colonists got by a witch in North Carolina. If you think we wouldn't be talking about a witch in North Carolina if that wasn't real?
Yeah, like we...
Don't you think that would be our constant point of conversation?
Man, we'd have a famous witch. I'd never shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
I'd somehow become even more insufferable than I already am.
Yeah, exactly. Witchcraft is a European thing.
Also, like, some Native American tribes had, like, shamans and shit like that. Like, it was just communing with nature. That was, like, a thing for them. Witchcraft is not understood in Native American cultures the way that it is in... It's not
yeah, witches and witch hunts are a completely European thing based on the religious aspect.
Based on being scared of women having sexual liberation.
That's why Macbeth has witches, and, you know, The Grudge does not.
Yeah.
It's... Native Americans didn't believe in witches.
Yeah. Not the way that we believe in them, at least.
Yeah.
Well, I say we believe in them. That's...
Oh, you gotta hop!
I'm trying!
You gotta hop!
Hang on. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the stairs!
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna find the stairs.
So, according to the History Collection website, the Croatoans and other Native American tribes tell legends of witches who lived in the North Carolina woods who used black magic to hurt other people.
Okay.
Where'd you get the idea of witches?
Yeah, like,
Like, I feel like you didn't talk to any actual Native American people to get this thing.
What on earth makes you think that?
There are also supernatural and religious explanations. For example, maybe the Wendigo got them.
Okay, fine. You know what?
That
Fine.
one person cannibalized and the Wendigo ate everybody.
You know what? Okay, fine.
I mean, why not? It's fine.
Although they probably never spoke to any actual Native Americans at the time, because then they would have just been like, "What the hell are you talking about?" No, they're just over at. Yes, you look very excited about something.
The Croatoan believed, according to this bullshit article, in the reptilian devil of the woods.
Oh my god, yes! Yes, reptile people! I'm so happy right now. This actually has made me happy.
An evil spirit that could attach itself to people. This spirit made people violent, greedy, and paranoid. Because humans just aren't naturally that way.
Excellent.
The Croatoan believed that the reptilian spirit had possessed the settlers once they started to turn on each other after White left for England to retrieve more supplies.
Oh my god.
The Croatoan belief system also includes a spirit on the island that had the power to absorb humans into the landscape itself.
The earth ate them.
The earth ate them.
The earth reclaimed that which always belonged to it from the beginning.
If the spirit was offended or angered, it would turn people into trees, animals, stones, or any other part of the island.
2 hours, 33 minutes, and 22 seconds.
There we go!
2 hours, 23 minutes, and 22 seconds. Maybe that's what turned Nicole into a frog.
There we go.
Except, no, actually, it was a witch who turned Nicole into a frog. It was a very weird situation.
If the colonists were exploiting resources or abusing the land, it could have angered the spirit, and that means that the people of Roanoke didn't disappear at all, they were absorbed into the land.
Like, no, they were absorbed into the tribe!
Hush. And then... the Dare Stones.
I'm sorry, what?
From 1937 to 1940, a series of stones were discovered that supposedly tell the story of what happened to the Roanoke colonists. Because why don't we bring discount Mormonism into this?
Wow. Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
They're called the Dare Stones because they were most likely written by John White's daughter, Eleanor Dare.
Right.
So, most historians consider the Dare Stones a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Can't fucking imagine why.
Oh gosh, I wonder why.
Although they do believe that the first stone is authentic.
Okay.
In 1937, a tourist found an inscribed stone and brought it to a local university to be examined. And they said it was real, but they couldn't confirm it. And I'm just like, why even bother? The inscription was inconsistent with phrasing at the time.
Oh my god.
And the colonists would have had tools to carve such a message. Well, sorry, it was consistent with the time. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
It was consistent, and, like, okay, the colonists did have the tools to do this. The inscription on the stone stated that Eleanor's husband and daughter were dead, and asked whoever found the stone to tell her father.
Okay.
Message in a bottle, basically.
It said, I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. You gotta rub me the right way.
It read, Ananias Dare and Virginia went hence unto heaven 1591. Any Englishman show John White, governor of Virginia.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to break this to people, but, like... His kid could have died, and also they could have still integrated into the nearby...
What if it's a racist
Native
thing
American.
if he wanted her dead instead of acknowledging that she made friends with the Native Americans?
And it probably...
You are dead to me.
Yeah, like, probably, ended up making a life with one.
Yeah.
And intermarried and shit like that. I think that's part of the reason why some people don't want to... I think there's a little bit of, like, latent racism to it. Like, I think they're... Like, and I'm not talking to, like, people who, like, meme with the... Because I do think the people with the aliens and the zombies, I think they're just fucking around. And I'm here for it. But the people who genuinely are still treating this like a mystery, I actually do kind of think that part of it is a little bit of latent racism, that they just don't want to admit that the Europeans, the great and powerful Europeans, swallowed their pride and went to the Native Americans hat in hand and said, hey, can we have some food, please?
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, it's a lot easier to swallow your pride when there's nothing else in your stomach.
Yeah.
So, in 1940, 47 more stones had been found.
Jesus.
Yeah. A stone dated from 1592 claims that the survivors of Roanoke are safe, living with a tribe in Georgia. One dated in 1598 claims that Eleanor Dare had married the local chief. Another stone claims that she had given birth to the chief's daughter, and the tribe was angry about it, and Eleanor requested her father bring the girl back to England with him.
God damn it. I failed again.
Be better.
I'm trying.
A stone dated from 1599 stated that Eleanor had died and she had a daughter named Agnes that survived her. And I'm just sitting here like, this sounds like one of Grandma's soap operas.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the stones were examined by the Smithsonian Institute and a historian from Harvard, and they declared that the stones had some degree of authenticity, but by 1941, they were pretty certain that they were forgeries.
Yeah.
Because again, it sounds like a soap opera.
Yeah. I guess we gotta DB Cooper this and just call it Occam's Razor. They went hat in hand to the Native Americans and begged for food.
I mean, how dare you assume that these good white people did such a thing?
I know, right?
Come on.
I just say, like, my main, although I would say that's not even just speculation, my main source of evidence for that claim is the fact that so many people started then showing up that had both European and Native American features.
Yeah, there was a group of people who petitioned Congress after, like, the United States was established to be like, hey, we need some relief. We are descendants from the Roanoke colonists who integrated with our tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had notably European features on top of being Native American.
Yeah. Native Americans with blue eyes don't just, like, pop out of nowhere, y'all.
They don't just happen. Okay, Shut up. Go on. No.
Okay, fine, I'll leave.
God, it only took that much?
You would be sad if I left.
I would. They were possessed by the devil.
Oh my god! Continue. I'm here for this story.
Well, it's very short.
Yeah, but
it's a scenario involving the entire colony having been possessed by one of the evil spirits that the Croatoans had said lingered around the island, likely out of desperation for food.
Okay. So cannibalism?
Yeah.
That is it. It sounds like cannibalism.
Yeah.
Like, desperate for food and then possessed by the Wendigo. Boom.
We have one other sibling, but he has his own life, because, you know, he does things.
Yeah. He, like, actually does shit. So.
So, devil made him do it.
Excellent.
They were,
Conjuring up in here, I dig it.
they were sabotaged by one of the Queen's men.
What?
Some anthropologists believe Sir Francis Walsingham, Queen Elizabeth I's Secretary of State, made sure the colony would be stranded in a plot to discredit Sir Walter Raleigh, who funded the whole thing. So he's like, I'm gonna have all of these people killed just to make Sir Walter Raleigh look bad so I can be the Queen's #1 fuckboy.
The sad thing is I could sort of see an Englishman pulling some shit like that, but again, no, that's not what happened.
No, that's not what happened. Even if the original plan was to put them on just some plot of land and wait for him to die to make Raleigh look bad, they still assimilated with the local tribe because, you know, other people want food.
Yeah. Food sounds great right about now.
I can smell food.
Yeah.
They were abducted by aliens.
I love this one. This is one of my favorites, is the alien abduction.
Mass alien abduction of just a flying saucer showed up over Roanoke and just beamed the people up.
He's like, hey, what's up? Come with us.
And they were like... I imagine people, quote-unquote, believe the alien mass abduction theory because, hey, there's no way you can't prove it didn't happen. Everyone's gone.
I know some people genuinely do believe in aliens to an extent of like, oh, they're involved in things in history, but I have to believe that a lot of the people who kind of push the alien thing are just fucking around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a thing of a flying saucer zoomed on over and was like, yoink!
God damn it! How was that not enough?
I don't know.
I'm getting kind of annoyed now.
I noticed. Open up your damn tab.
Alright.
Oh wait, it's a YouTube vid. Never mind. Why do I not read things?
So, aliens.
Yeah, just that Aliens showed up.
It just showed up, said, hey, what's up? Just drove by, went yoink.
It was a drive-by abduction. Probably looked at the co-pilot and said, hey, Marty, you want to see what I can do here? Don't do it, Alan. Come on, Marty. Come on, it'll be fun. Alan, we don't have the room.
Yeah, but come on.
Alan, don't you dare.
It's my birthday.
I don't care, Alan.
I'm doing it.
Alan?
What? I didn't do nothing. Like, accidentally, like, leans over, oops, accidentally hits the abduct the entire colony button.
I am not taking the heat for this.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I feel like this was worth it.
It wasn't aliens, Lunatic Goose, but God, is it fun to talk about sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only the thing that I dislike about, because I know that there are people who like will point to aliens as the explanation for basically every single historical event, and the thing that I don't like about it is that a lot of times they'll point to aliens as the reason why non-white cultures were able to make things like the fucking pyramids and shit like that, and I'm just like, why? Why? Because the brown people can't figure shit out for themselves? Why has it gotta be aliens?
Police systems are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand people who are like, oh, aliens did the pyramids. I'm like, yeah, police systems were a thing.
Yeah. Or Stonehenge. It's like, someone literally has shown how you can do it.
Yeah, it's not actually that hard.
You know physics, there's a lot of things you can do.
If you can get it going and get the heavy space down, it'll pull itself up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when I was in college, my tech professor would like those big old 4x8 platforms that were made out of 2x4. He could carry them entirely by himself, and like whenever you were like, Jesus Christ, dude, he'd be like, oh, it's just physics. So like, it's doable. It's 100% doable.
No. No. Aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens! Or, you know, if you don't want to believe us, watch the highly recommended documentary, The Prince of Egypt. This children's movie shows you how the pyramids were built without alien help.
Mm-hmm. Yep, like, actually shows how they did it. Literally, you know, it was because one of the lead animators, was so fucking sick of the aliens thing. Like, he was so fucking sick of it. And was like, we're putting a whole sequence of them putting together one of the pyramids! And somebody was like, Jim, do we need to— Yes, we do! We absolutely do! But it is crucial that we do this.
I mean... yeah. If I were an animator, I would.
So anyway. So basically what we're saying is, there is no mystery as to what happened with Roanoke.
They probably parted off, went to different Indian tribes.
They went and
Native American.
fucked the Native Americans.
They went and fucked the Native Americans. Also, I'm sorry I keep using the incorrect term. I'll get better about it.
You're trying.
I'm trying, but I should know better.
You should, yes. You're a terrible person.
Yeah. Alien satanic turtles.
Alien satanic turtles that killed D.B. Cooper. The alien satanic turtles... Yeah, remember whenever at one point the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were fucking aliens? Or, no, that was gonna be, like, a thing in the Michael Bay movies, and people, like, had such a big reaction to it, he actually had to put a line in there, like, no, they're not aliens, that's stupid.
Yeah. Had
Michael
to pay
Bay's...
Megan Fox not enough money to say it.
Yeah. Michael Bay's still a piece of shit.
Oh god, yeah.
Let's make it very clear, Michael Bay is an absolute raging piece of garbage.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So, yeah. So they were radioactive. They are. Radioactive ooze spilled into the sewers. They got into it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Boom.
Splinter got hit first, and then the turtles were walking around in it.
And so he took them all home. I was like, I will raise you all.
He taught himself the way of the ninja, and then he proceeded to teach the boys.
Yep. Depending on which movie you watch, he learned it by mirroring his master's moves while he was his owner's moves while he was in his cage, and that's how he learned.
Yeah,
Which I kind of like that one, to be honest with you.
I do too.
And then like his master was killed by his owner was killed by Shredder. Yeah. Which I like that story. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. God, stop getting stuck on everything!
This is why you gotta hop. Hop your way to victory.
Can't. This will be the very first no-hop run of Katamari Damacy.
You've already had to hop before.
Shut up. Yeah, but that was like in the tutorial.
Yeah, the OG Turtle movies were good.
Honestly, yeah.
The very first one, even though I saw the second one first,
Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze, because it was the one that we had on VHS. I'm so glad that years later I watched the first one. I got to saw Casey Jones casually try to commit murder.
Yeah. You had a pretty big crush on him for a while there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I am very complex with who I have crushes on whenever I was growing up. Like, it was him, it was Doc Ock from the second Spider-Man movie.
That is not an exaggeration.
No,
Kayla
I
legit had a crush on
love
Doc Ock.
Alfred Molina. I love Doc Ock. I screamed and creamed when I saw him in the trailer.
For the new Spider-Man movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of watching like, I don't know if I'm really into this. And then whenever he showed up, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go watch this movie now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh god, these feelings in me have awoken once more. And then I went on Tumblr and Twitter, and I saw everyone else admitting they had crushes on him when they were little. I'm like, oh, thank god I'm not alone. Oh, thank
Didn't feel
god.
quite so weird.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, he's the cuddly kind of daddy.
Who will kill you.
Exactly! He's cuddly and he's got those 4 extra arms to extra cuddle. Listen, I like a smart guy who's very passionate about what he's doing.
He was passionate, alright.
Yeah! Passionate enough to accidentally kill his wife.
Gotcha!
But I mean, let's be real. At the end of the movie, everybody was cheering for him.
That's true. He had a good redemption arc in that movie.
He did.
I'm sorry, the Sam Raimi movies are fucking good. Like, you know, I know that the third one was like really fucking weird because the studio kind of really got involved on that one. But the Raimi 1 and 2, Spider-Man 2. Okay, you know how they always say, oh, the sequel, like,
never lives
does
up
better.
to the...
Yeah, like even when it does better in the box office, it never quite lives up to the first one. I disagree with Spider-Man 2. I think
it's
Spider-Man
the
2
best
was
one of
better
the Sam Raimis.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 1 was good. Spider-Man 2 was better.
Yep.
It definitely had the best video game.
Oh god, yes. Yes.
Yep. We actually, like, derailed everything so you could talk about your Alfred Molina thirst.
Hey, I'm not the only one anymore.
I am not alone!
Yeah.
If fruits. Not our thing. No.
We had the first one and the second one. I don't think we ever got the third one to own on DVD. I know we rented it.
We got it on DVD at one point. It just didn't really...
Yeah.
One point? How the fuck do you get points? Fuck this game. I'm sorry.
I know Spider-Man 2, we had to buy multiple copies of the DVD.
Yeah.
Because I kept watching it. and the DVD would burn out.
Yeah.
I did that with a lot of our movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's see, I did that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I think I did that with one of the Rugrats.
Yeah, I think it was the Rugrats movie.
Finding Nemo and Monsters, Inc. We had to buy multiple copies of those.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 2. What else? I can't remember now.
Real talk, I ruined our copy of Batman and Robin.
I didn't even know we had a copy.
We had a copy of Batman and Robin, and I watched it so many times I broke the VHS.
Well, damn, why didn't you save it for me?
Because I was watching it!
Why couldn't I watch it with you?
I think you were too little.
I was about to say, I think I was probably a literal baby.
Yeah, you were like a literal fucking baby, so, you know. Well, I think this is probably a good place to stop for the day.
Yeah.
I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you for that contribution.
You're welcome.
I feel like this was pretty fun. I enjoyed this immensely.
I had fun.
Yeah, this was fun. So, thank you all very much for coming out. Remember, tomorrow, no stream because I'm going to be out of town, but next Sunday, more DisasterCast. And next Monday, I'll be doing something with Minx and Alice, and then the Monday after that, I will start Psychonauts 2. Raid message is, what was it? Teenage Mutant Satanic...
No, Satanic Turtles killed DB Cooper.
Yeah, Satanic Turtles killed DB Cooper. That is the raid message. What are you talking about?
I need to talk more about Alfred Molina.
You know what, Izzy? You and Kayla have my permission to talk about that as much as you want in the Discord. Go for it.
Oh god, we have your permission.
Yes, you do.
We have permission.
You do. Alright. Go say hi to Minx and Chrism. They are watching and reacting to old videos, and it's very fucking adorable.
I was about to say, that sounds nice and cute and wholesome and shit.
Yeah, so go over there and ruin it by telling them that Satanic Turtles killed DB Cooper. And at some point mention that they bit his dick off.
Also, even though you are not streaming tomorrow, everyone tweet Bird tomorrow to let him know he should have a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. My birthday's actually on Wednesday, but thank y'all.
But tomorrow's the day we're celebrating.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This will be up on YouTube tomorrow. This week, Rise to Honor goes live on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.